uses ball tracking technology and sound design to give people with low vision more information about what's happening on the court in real time. To hear Action Audio broadcasts, visit action-audio.com. That's action-audio.com.
Puppies are much like human babies in some ways, going through many developing stages before finally reaching adulthood. From the moment our puppies are born, we're investing in their future to become seeing eye dogs. But we need your help to keep them happy, healthy, and prepared for the complex and highly specialised training ahead. Your gift can help care for and train more seeing eye dog puppies. Donate now, call 1-800-422007 or visit sed.org.au. Station sponsor.
Keep in touch with Vision Australia Radio.
Hello, I'm Petra Kvitova, and you are listening AO Radio.
Where the celebrations are continuing for Ash Barty out backstage. And there are a lot of people, and there are a lot of people to say hello to, so Ash might be somewhat overwhelmed. Because there's, Dylan's there, Dylan Alcott's, a warm hug. Yvonne hanging around too. I think that was a nice surprise. But I think we had a suspicion that maybe Yvonne was going to be there to present the trophy. But friends, family, well-wishers, it's just going to be a whirlwind for her because not only tonight, but also tomorrow there'll be photos done around Melbourne somewhere. They'll find a nice spot and they'll be presenting the trophy. And then she might actually get some time to go home and relax with the family. You know how much she loves being in Queensland. But 6-3-7-6, the scoreline for Barty tonight over Collins. And the 44-year wait is over. And as we were walking down to the commentary position, Alan Stone's alongside me, by the way. Hello, Roland. Can you turn your mic on, please? What are you doing?
Oh, I thought I had it on. But
there you go. Let me help you out here. There you go.
Oh, no. Yes.
Now we can get you.
Yeah.
We were walking down the Walk of Champions, as we do all the time here on AO Radio, to get down to our commentary box. And we did see someone right at the end of the corridor as the presentations were going on. And I think they were putting the board together for Ash Barty. They had it ready. Someone was tinkering around there down towards the other end.
Well, that's pretty quick.
Well, I reckon. Well, they would have had it ready in plenty of time.
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely. So, no, but look at all this. The scenes out there. You could barely move, really. And it's nice to see. Just a sea of people.
Yeah.
But I think, yes. Catherine Sneddon, the WTA rep, saying, Ash, we need to do some other interviews. We've got official work to do. Just tell them all to wait. They'll come back. They'll come back. But
well, I'm sure the host broadcaster will be itching to get her up to their studios to talk to the nation, because that's what would have been watching, apart from our listeners as well, of course. But just a huge thing for Australian tennis. And, I mean, this is the biggest thing since Kathy Freeman winning the Olympic gold. And it's fantastic for women's sport in Australia that someone so humble and so damn good could come out and do what she's done. And I was at the French when she was, I think, 15 or 16, junior. And she didn't win the French junior, but I watched her play for the first time. I said, gee, this girl's quite remarkable. I said, she's got a terrific serve. She can slice the backhand. She can volley. I said, we're going to be really seeing something from this girl, I believe. And then she retired for a couple of years, 2014 to 2016.
Let's just say push-pause.
Yeah, just pause.
Let's say push-pause.
And it just shows you that she wasn't scared to step away from the sport to take a break. She felt she needed it. And it takes real guts to do that when everybody says you're going to be the next superstar in Australian tennis and you can possibly win Wimbledon and the Australian and all that stuff. It's heady stuff for a young junior, 16, 17, and she walked away for 2 years. And I think that's what's created what we've got in front of us now.
Yeah. And she was there when she won Junior Wimbledon all those years ago.
Yeah.
An incredible performance there too, and the buzz was around then as well, because it was, we had regular winners at the junior events at Wimbledon, but, nothing like what we saw. And then the career that she's gone on to, because it was so young, and it was the next generation coming through, and it was a real opportunity. She'll now make her way out. She's going to do the television rounds as well out the back. And she'll see a fair crowd, I think, too. She's just in all the tunnels and everywhere.
Yeah.
Very easy to get lost, really, in all of that sort of stuff. But
what was your take on the match, Pete? We watched it. It was... She's probably played better tennis, but not She hasn't played better under this pressure anyway that was heaped on her today by everybody in Australia.
And I suspect that's what the slump was in the second set, where Collins was maintaining her level. 30 winners to 17 in the wash-up in favour of Barty. Obviously, 22 unforced errors each. A few more forced errors off the Barty racket, which I think we saw mainly the start of that second set. Then she, in terms of serving percentages, she won 82% in the first serves in. She only put 57% into play, which is actually reasonably good for a final when you consider the pressure there. For Collins, 63% into play, winning 63 on the first ball, 50% on the second ball, and 45% on the second ball for Barty. We know that they're attackable shots, and I think that was kind of the tail of the tape. 71 points to 60 in the end. But yeah, look, the first set was Ash put the foot down early, set the right tone, and maybe took Collins a little while to sort of get into the flow of the match. But then in that second set, just a level from Barty. It's really been the only slump that Barty's had in the whole tournament, really. That period of time where she went down 5-1, but was then able to turn it around. So, credit to her for being able to turn it around, but I thought Collins' level dropped. There were a few more unforced errors that were thrown in, and the champion that she is, she ended up winning it. All this discussion about the world number one and, should you be the world number and all of this and an asterisk and and this and that and the other.
That certainly doesn't come from the Australian media.
No, but I mean now there's 3 majors and when you consider, how much there's been in terms of, pressure on, her to perform and everything like that. She is a true number one. By any measure, now has 3 majors to her name. Could complete the 4th at the US Open later on this year. We don't want to speculate too far, but
I thought it was a tremendous effort to come back from 5-1 because really we were thinking of a third set, and is a moment going to be just too big for her? She's played so great the entire championship, but just at this crucial stage, could she not be able to reproduce that? And after having won the first set, but just showed the character that she's got to not think, oh well, I've lost this set, I'll hopefully I can come good again in the third. She just dug in, lifted the level of her play from once she got to about 5-3, from 5-1 to 5-3. We had a little bit of an inkling that the tide was turning, and from that point she played much better. She seemed to relax a bit. The serve was good, the forehand came good. But I must say, Pete, full marks to Danielle Collins. It's a terrific effort from her to get to the final. I called her first match of the tournament 12 days ago against Carolyn Dolhide from the States, and she won quite comfortably. But I didn't get the feeling calling the match that I was looking at a potential finalist. I mean, she played okay. And I thought, yes, that was quite a good win, and she might, progress a few more rounds. But the form didn't show me anything that she was able to produce towards the middle and the latter stages of the tournament. So a tough assignment for her to come out and in front of this crowd. She's a feisty character, though, and I thought she handled it very well.
Yeah, she did. Absolutely. Look, it was an interesting final. Now the next one's going to be interesting as well. Nick Kyrgios and Kokkinakis taking on Max Purcell and Matthew Ebden. We can't lose here. This is a throwback to when you were running around out there rolling, winning your 2 Australian Open doubles titles, because they were all Aussie affairs, were they not?
Yeah, they were, but the tournament, in fairness, wasn't quite as strong in those days. We didn't have the same international entrance. The Australian Open wasn't considered as an equal major to the other 3, with French, Wimbledon and US. It didn't have the same prize money. It didn't have the same ranking points, and until it achieved that position, the Open out here, it was a little bit below the others, but not anymore, of course. And it's fantastic now.
Players making their way down the tunnel for the doubles final. The long walk down the Walk of Champions. Kokkinakis, Kyrgios just having a bit of a laugh at the back. I think this will be a lot more serious than what we've seen. It's also going to be a different crowd for Kyrgios and Kokkinakis too, because obviously a lot of tickets were bought well before we knew what was going to be happening, on the suspicion that maybe Ash might be in the final. We've got 80% capacity in the stadium, and I suspect we'll have 75% of those people. They will be here watching this match. So probably be the biggest crowd we've had for doubles for a little while in terms of a final. Normally it's played as He's got the phone out, Nick. Good to see. Just keeping things very chilled at the moment as the countdown is on. Let's bring the players out onto court first. We'll continue this in a sec. Like this. I'm tipping rolling when you rolled out onto Kyrgios for your final. It wasn't this sort of atmosphere.
No, there was some very polite applause, and that was it.
And they said the court's booked in an hour and a half. Can you make sure you complete it by then? Although you played 5 sets back then, were you not?
No, they changed to best of 3 sets at that stage as well.
Okay.
Which we were very thrilled about once we'd won the first 2, because we were starting to get nervous.
Well, it's still a humid night in Melbourne. It's 19 Celsius, cloudy. It'll be cloudy tomorrow as well. The humidity'll still be up. The breeze from the south is not going to be a problem tonight. A nice touch too from the Australian Open. They've actually got the trophy out in the middle of Rod Laver Arena. The plinth with the trophy is set up, and it's good to see, actually. It's a very nice way of doing it. And obviously, I mean, you know, you probably want to be able to remove before the warm-up, I'd suggest, rolling. But it's just a very nice touch because there'll be photo taken, everything like that. No hot shotter, I don't think. We'll be tossing the coin for the doubles. Anyway, we're waiting for the players here to get out onto court. Kyrgios is there. Purcell and Ebden are there. Purcell with a Vaza. Let's get into the coin toss for this match.
Right, so gentlemen, we have the net machine on this court. OK Live, most of the close call going to be shown on the big screen. 25 seconds between points. I call the score and then I start the clock. You have the boxes for the towels. Let's say you have the red one and you have the blue one, okay? After the coin toss, picture behind me, please. All right, any questions? It's going to be your choice, A and Z or Margaret? Margaret? Here we go.
Range to Margaret Molesworth against the bat in a sec.
Of course.
Coins rolling to the umpire's chair and disappearing. It's still going. It's arrived.
You receive.
Kokkinakis and Kyrgios to receive.
Hey, picture, please, picture.
Damien Dumassoir is our chair umpire. We've retrieved the coin. Everyone's smiling, having a good time. And everyone just holding it. Hey, cordial for now, and then we'll get stuck into it. Hey, Kyrgios and Kokkinakis have said they want to win this, so you suspect they're going to go out and try and win it.
Well, I think the circus, I think they've rolled up the tent and put it away. It's still serious business now. When they entered the tournament, they were just thinking of enjoying themselves, having a bit of fun and see where it took them.
When they knocked off the top seeds, it sort of changed a bit, didn't it?
It changed a bit, and then they kept that great run going, and now into the final, and this is serious business tonight. I mean, we'll see a little bit of comedy stuff from Nick at times, but it'll be all business, and I think they respect the Aussies that they're playing against, and I don't think they'd want to pull a few little stunts that they might have done out on Kia Arena.
Well, it's a different crowd.
Yeah.
It's a different setup of crowd. It's a different demographic that's here. Yep. It's a lot more mixed, and the other thing too, I think it's because they're playing the Aussies. A fellow Aussie pair. So it's not a one-sided crowd either, which I think presents its own, not problems, but it's just a different dynamic for this match than what they've seen in the previous ones. And Kia Arena was a certain type of crowd.
Yeah.
It changed. I thought what we had on Rod Laver Arena in the semi-final was great in terms of an atmosphere. A lot more, different, people were around as well. They still had the great atmosphere, but it was a lot more. It wasn't as ferocious. Ferocious is probably a good word to use. It wasn't as ferocious.
Well, I think the average age was probably a little lower out on Kia Arena.
Yeah,
whereas the younger group here, this is lots and lots of real tennis fans who, I won't say they're in my age group, but they're getting there.
Well, look, let's just say,
But anyway,
a little bit moved on from younger. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
Hey, Kate Kearns has stuck around. Thank you, Kate, hanging around with us tonight. She's got chocolate. She's got water. She's loving it up there.
It's an absolute pleasure. Pete. You know, I've been waiting almost 2 weeks for this evening.
Oh, for us to be working together?
Yeah, to be, well, no.
Well, you don't let me on the Twilight Show.
Oh, no, you're so confused. I was talking about me being on the same time as Alan.
Well, good on you.
Kate, Pete's on the edge of the chair here with anticipation, with you reading out these
I'm
messages.
I do have one that I want, if it's all right. Can I go to it now?
Go through a couple if you want.
Gary Wilkinson from Adelaide. Stoney, my old mate! Exclamation mark. Love your work on AO Radio. You don't sound a day over 45.
Well, how are you responding to that, Rolly?
Well, I'm not sure. The Gary Wilkinson I know comes from Sydney.
Really? Maybe he's in Adelaide at the moment.
He could be working over there. Anyway, it's very nice.
Gosh, we could tell some stories, couldn't we? I know we've got the doubles to call, but boy, you could wander into after dinner speaking territory, Rolling, if we roll with some of those.
Yes, well, we could.
He demand an extra fee. We can't go with it. Are there any others, Kate?
There is. Lizzie in Utah says, I'm so bummed I missed the women's final. I'm like, Lizzie, what were you doing? So happy for Barty. Can you do a review of how it went?
Pretty well for her, I would have thought.
It went very well.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lizzie.
We just did one.
Yeah, we
5 minutes ago.
Snuck over the line in straight sets. 5-1 down the second, came back, ended up winning.
Anyway, Pete, if our listeners want to contact us here on AO Radio, how do they do that?
Oh, come on. aoradio@tennis.com.au. aoradio@tennis.com. I think Nick Kyrgios just bowed there as he was introduced. Or ausopen.com/AO Radio and fill out the Ask the Booth form. And don't forget to include your name and where you're listening to us from around the world tonight. And Kate will be reading them out.
I will.
Which is good, because Rolling was very concerned that he might just have problems with the little computer down here.
Yeah.
So we'll just leave it to the experts up there.
Alan?
Yeah, look, I'm learning. I reckon by the 2026 I'll be on top of this.
Close that laptop and push it away.
Kate, while you are up there, do you want to give us a little prediction of what you think's going to happen this evening out here on the doubles court?
Well, anything could happen out there tonight, but I have a feeling that Ebden and Purcell, I just think they're the better doubles team.
Yeah, but we've been saying that all the way through the tournament. They've been beating the better doubles teams.
Oh, look, I'm sticking with that prediction. I think it will be over in 2 sets.
All right.
No, I don't know about that, but
thank you for
picked
that.
up on a
Lovely.
good point there, Kate, because they play conventional doubles, Purcell and Ebden. They serve volley, and they're a proper doubles team, if we could call it that. They're full-time doubles players on the circuit, although Max Purcell is hopeful of improving his singles rankings a bit this year, whereas Kyrgios and Kokkinakis play almost singles.
They play singles, don't they?
Yeah,
On the doubles
almost
court.
play singles. So the net man is there, but the server doesn't necessarily serve and volley. He bombs a huge serve and then expects the net man to finish it off. So one team is going to be trying to control the net. The other team's going to be hitting big serves and a few more ground strokes. So it sets up an interesting contrast. And you would think the better volleying team in Purcell and Ebden would win on paper, because good doubles is won by the team that controls the net. But, you can't say on paper when Nick Kyrgios is playing, because he does the unpredictable.
Tears up the script.
Tear up everything, and including some of his rackets. But he got a huge reception from the crowd, so I think some of them will be a bit disappointed if he doesn't put on a little bit of a show for them.
Yep. Well, it'll be Max Purcell serving first. By the way, this is Jordan Rolling. He's joined us in the commentary. Jordan's been one of our wonderful team.
Sorry, but lunch today.
You did, yeah. Coming in to watch some of this, just give us some of his very special comments too, I reckon, along the way. Purcell will get us underway in the men's doubles final into Kyrgios, who nets the forehand. So 15 love. Purcell been here before, playing with Luke Saville.
He's got to the final. Unfortunately, they didn't win, but he's had experience of playing in a Grand Slam final in the doubles.
Well, so Ebden's won the mixed doubles here. That was back in 2013 with Yamila Gaidasova, now Yamila Wolf. As Purcell serving to Kokkinakis, it goes out wide. The ball popped up. Ebden should put this away. He does. Sends it into row 4. It's 30 love.
So straight away you see this combination. They're serve volleying.
Yeah, it's. I think both of these teams have kind of surprised themselves that they've gotten to this stage. Big win over Ram and Salisbury for Ebden and Purcell. Boy, Ram and Salisbury were playing so well. Serve out wide from Purcell here, missing. And they got him. They got him in the end. There's the second serve. Onto the backhand. Off backhand. It's a winner from Kyrgios. Yep, coming forward. Past Ebden. They're not booing, by the way, Rolling. You're across all of this. This is the Zoo business.
Yes. No,
right?
I'm on top of all that. Not rugby. Soccer. What is it?
Yes, football.
Ronaldo. Why did they say that for Ronaldo? That's Sue.
You'll have to speak to Jordan. That's why he's here, to explain a couple of these things.
To me, yes, well.
He'll run you through that in a sec. High formation serving team down the tee goes the serve. Forehand into the net from Kokkinakis. And it's 40-15.
This is old-style doubles that this team plays. A lot of the top teams play the way now Kokkinakis and Kyrgios do. Big serve.
Serve out wide. Missing from Purcell. Back in the 70s, we're going to hear some stories of when Rolling won the tournament too. This is the old-fashioned style.
Yeah.
The serve here. And that's hammered from Kyrgios straight at Ebden's racket. And he can't do much with that. And it's 40-30.
Yes, not much of the second serve, that one. Didn't have a lot on it. And Nick does have a booming forehand. He's had two good returns this game, Kyrgios. The off backhand, which is one of the hardest shots in tennis from the juice court. So there isn't any shots Nick can't hit, really. It's a question of putting them together at the right time.
So Purcell serves out wide, just misses. So discussion between the serving team. What's going to be happening to the right of Max Purcell? Serve here, staying there is Ebden playing fine volley. Now another one. Kokkinakis going in a third time and puts that into the net. Ebden. And we are at juice.
Kokkinakis is he's Kyrgios' wingman, I think. He looks after Kyrgios. Kyrgios does the spectacular. Kyrgios is rock solid, serves well, very sound ground strokes. And you need to have two guys that complement each other like that. So Kyrgios, the showman and the big hitter, and Kokkinakis, steady as a rock, and he's wingman.
Oh, he wanted to go up the line to Kyrgios off the return. He went wide. And so Purcell with avantage. Who'd you beat in the first of your finals?
Well, we beat Bill Bowery and Ray Ruffles in the semis, and a scratch pair of Terry Addison and Ray Keldy in the final.
The serve here, picked up by Kokkinakis. Good volley, though, in the middle of the court from Ebden to finish off the opening game of the final. Who was the second one again?
The second one was against...
I have looked it up, but I can't remember.
John Alexander and Phil Dent.
Yeah, now they were a good pair.
Yes, they were a good pair. And we won 7-6, 7-6. Not that I remember.
Every single point.
Yes.
You run Jordan through point by point after we finish here tonight.
I remember we won what we thought was a lot of money. We won about $8,000 each. This is 1977.
Yeah.
The winners get today, I think, is it $350,000?
Something along those lines, yeah.
Or $300,000, something like that.
I mean, it counts for inflation.
Yeah, now I was able to go and buy a block of land about 20 k's out of Melbourne.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Have you still got it?
No, my wife didn't want to live 20 k's out of Melbourne.
The serve out wide. Kyrgios serving here. Serves an ace to get a start at game number 2.
Here we go with Sue again.
I thought you were going to ask, who's this woman called Sue they're always asking for? As the serve here from Kyrgios goes into the net. Second serve. Serving to Ebden in the 8 court. Kokkinakis going to get across and cut this one off. And it's 30 love. Keep your messages coming in. Kate's all over them tonight. aoradio@tennis.com.au. aoradio@tennis.com.au. Or use Ask the Booth on ausopen.com/AO Radio as Kyrgios just deciding to receive some advice from the crowd as to serving direction. Looking pretty relaxed for now. See when the heat goes on. Good return from Purcell. Picked up there Kokkinakis once and then twice. It's easy, put away. It went to Ebden, and Ebden hit it back to Kokkinakis, and Kokkinakis went bang.
Well, that's the style. So Kyrgios didn't bother serve bowling. Once he knew he got a first serve in, he just shut up shop and just allowed his mate to take care of business at the net.
And thinking about going underarm, he's not going to do that tonight. I don't know the thoughts there about why Ebden can't control that, and it's one game all in the opening set of the final. What was the atmosphere like, back in 77?
Well, on the grass at Kooyong, and they were mainly people who were tennis people only, not a huge mixture that's in the crowd at the moment, and which is good when tennis needs, and all the sports need, not just the die-hard fans of that particular sport to survive. They need to introduce it to new people and get more people involved, which is what Kyrgios is quite keen to do.
Good serve from Ebden down the tee to start off game number 3. Not brought back by Kyrgios. Did you ever serve at 226 kilometres an hour?
When you added a couple together, I did.
Because that was Kyrgios' fastest serve in that game.
No, we couldn't hit anywhere near as fast as this with these rackets and the strings that they use now.
The serve here on the forehand. Kokkinakis coming across Purcell. He didn't get all of it. He gets one sharp from Kokkinakis. Now he's going to get one to Kyrgios straight through him. And Kyrgios wins that point. It was Purcell under pressure. He didn't put away the first volley. It's 15-all.
There's Kokkinakis, rock solid. That's a legitimate play that we see a lot in doubles. You've got a short ball, you hit it at the net man, and that stops him from being too much of a nuisance at the net.
Serve here is going to be hooked by Kyrgios, wide on the backhand wing. It's 30-15.
Good to see Kokkinakis back, though, playing well and not injured. He's had just a terrible time with his career, and winning the singles in Adelaide. And now in a Grand Slam doubles final.
Serve here from Ebden, takes the net and flies wide. Yeah, won the tournament in Adelaide the week before the Australian Open, semi-finalist in the Adelaide tournament the week before that. In the singles, that is. Second serve, Ebden to Kokkinakis. He's coming forward. Or has this landed in? I think it has.
Yeah.
Kokkinakis went over the advancing Ebden. It was a miss-hit, but it'll work. It's a close call. It's come up on the screen. It's 30-1 in the opening set. And what have we got here? Yep, it's a triple zoomer. Caught the edge. So, Jordan, it's when it zooms in 3 times. That's a triple zoom, just so you're wondering.
I was actually as well.
Yeah. The serve here from Ebden down the tee. The backhand from Kyrgios. The low volley from Ebden now. High ball put up to Purcell. It puts away a nice overhead. And it's
Good idea to
40-30.
throw up the lob, though. Just test them out on a big point like 30-all.
Having a discussion. Good smash, Nick saying. It was a good elevation from Purcell and a good angle as well. The serve coming in. Ebden into the nets. Discussion between the receiving team, both back in the court. Second serve, Ebden to the backhand of Kokkinakis, going up the line. Ebden is there, playing low point volley. Now another one, dropper, picked up by Kokkinakis. Good volley by Purcell. He's going to put this one away. Yep, nice work from Purcell, getting himself involved as that disappears into the crowd. And nicely taken. Must be an Aussie. It's 2-1 opening sets to Ebden and Purcell on Serve Men's Doubles Final on AO Radio.
And Pete, I don't think any of the crowd have left. Of course, they came to see Ash and they're delighted. They're on very good terms with themselves with Ash winning. There's still a full house just about here. That shows you the power of Kyrgios and Kokkinakis, and that not to forget our other Aussie team that's playing them. So the crowds, this is a big night for them.
It is a big night. It's a big night on the email as well, Kate. Anything coming through? Any residual Ash emails? Or
Yeah, there's a few, Pete. And Sarah from Washington, D.C. says, me and the person from Utah, well, that was Lizzie from Utah, missed the women's final probably because we were asleep. End of the match was at 5 a.m. here, 4 a.m. in Utah. Like, that's an excuse of some sorts. I don't think so. Sarah from Washington. I don't actually know the person from Utah. This is just a guess. Well, you know, I could put you two together if you like. Send your emails and you can contact one another.
oh, they can have that growing organically.
Yeah, there's this thing called an alarm clock.
I like it. So, if you want Kate Kearns to just have a go at you, send your emails through tonight. We're in that sort of mood. Here's Kokkinakis serving the last of the quartet. Up the line,
yes.
Purcell, nice. Kyrgios couldn't get back in time. It's love 15.
Well, a mix-up there because Kyrgios should have known that Kokkinakis was serving wide to the forehand, therefore he would be covering the line. Because that's the obvious shot. If you pulled wide, it's easier to hit it down the line, and Nick hadn't flinched. So error in communications.
High formation serving team out wide. Picked up here by Ebden. He can't get much on that backhand. Bounces before it gets to his side of the net. It's 15 all. High formation. Is that the Australian called the Australian formation as well? Or is that more
the
the
Australian
tandem?
formation was called tandem.
Yeah, the tandem formation. The serve here from Kokkinakis to the backhand of Purcell. It's mishit. And it goes wide, and it's 30-15.
Some pretty big serving, which is, as I said, the mode of doubles now. Huge first serve. The net man charges even closer to the net and finishes off the point. That's the theory. It works pretty well because no one just serves three-quarter pace serves and gets in quickly to try to control the net. It's just a power game now, the doubles.
The serve here out wide, playing the backhand of Ebden. It's a beautiful return. Kokkinakis can't handle it. His backhand goes up the line and long, and it's 30 all. Excellent return from Matty Ebden.
Look, they're a class team, these two guys, and if they stay together for the year, I'm sure they will for the majors. Now they've been in the final here and may in fact win it. I think they can have a very good year in the doubles.
Well, another interesting thing I'll get to in a sec as Kokkinakis prepares and serves too big. Second serve. And this one will go to the Purcell forehand. He wants to come forward cross court. The forehand goes long and it's 40-30. The other thing, the crowds tonight, because obviously it's an Aussie pairing, this is the other fundamental difference, that they're not on top of the opposition like they have been in all the previous rounds.
That's right.
It's all Aussies, so there's a bit more sort of, more polite clapping and not as much noise, not as much, that feeling to it. Well, it's a bad thing. As a serve here from Kokkinakis out wide, misses. A bit more eye formation tonight already from Kokkinakis and Kyrgios. Second serve. At 40-30, the serve to the backhand, up the line into the bottom of the net from Ebden, and it's 2 games all in the opening set.
Good deep second serve there, but I just heard quickly a story in 1976, I think it was. We were playing in the doubles final, which we lost, the late Bob Carmichael and I. And we were following the epic final between Jimmy Connors and John Newcombe.
Yes.
Which went for a huge 5-setter and a damn hot day, and the crowd had enough. Nuke won in 5. It was a magnificent match. We go out to play, and the crowds are all leaving, and my partner was furious with them.
Serve down the tee from Purcell. High ball from Kyrgios, going to be cut off by Ebden at the nets. Nicely done, 15 love. Did he ask him to make a ball come back?
He said to me, Alan, don't they know we're playing for the Australian Doubles Championship? Why are they going? And I said, Bob, they've sat in the sun for 3.5 hours.
No shade.
No shade. They're like boiled lobsters. John Newcombe beat Connors. They've had it for the day.
How long did that final last? The serve here out wide is missing from Purcell, by the way. How long was the final?
Connors?
Yeah, well, how long was it? I've watched it. I can't remember how long it goes.
It'd be about 3 hours, I suppose.
Backhand up the line here on the return from Kokkinakis is wide, and it's 30 love. It would have been. But you're sitting out in the baking sun because there was no shade at Kooyong. There's still no shade at Kooyong, to be fair.
Yeah. And there was a hot northerly as well.
Yeah.
Wind. So it was pretty exhausting for
you
the
would have
crowd.
walked out going, well, you've just watched the undercard, now watch the main bout. As a serve here from Purcell down the tee is a good one. Kyrgios can't do much with that, and it's 40 love.
But anyway, this crowd isn't going anywhere.
No, they're here. They're in for the long haul.
Yep. And a pretty routine start, as we thought would happen.
As we wait now for the serve out wide's an ace. It is, and it's 3-2 for Ebden and Purcell in the opening set here on AO Radio, live around the world. And Kate, have we got more emails flooding in?
We do. We've got Kelly in Auckland says still buzzing over Ash's win.
Good.
She barracks for Richmond like me. Well, that's what it is, but I guess. And
Well, not like you, Kate. You don't support. This is Aussie Rules footy we're talking about, by the way.
Indeed, no, the ruse for me. Can't sleep. It's past midnight in New Zealand. I'm hoping to fall asleep to AO Radio. Fingers crossed for Rafa tomorrow. Is that a good thing? Hoping to fall asleep listening to AO Radio?
Well, we haven't quite hit the absolute pinnacle of this match, so we might just bring a kick it up again shortly.
Yeah, wait till we warm up. She'll never sleep again.
Not with you two. Susan's listening to us from the blizzard in Mass, which I think is Massachusetts. Not sure, but I'm thinking that's where she is. Thank goodness for you guys. Radio in the storm here since 3:30.
Wow.
Women's final. And now listening to the Special Ks is a real treat.
It is
Very
a treat.
much.
Enjoy it.
But, I had a very convincing thought about Barty winning today because of the omen. I barracked for, we're talking about football briefly, barracked for the Melbourne Football Club who have won the premiership for 57 years.
57.
Till they won in September. We hadn't had an Australian women winner for 44 years, so I thought that's my footy club won, and I thought Ash would win.
Okay.
So that was the omen.
That's stretching it a touch, I would have thought, rolling. Speaking of stretching, Max Purcell has a stretch forehand volley that he put into the net. Kyrgios serving. It's 15-love, 2-3 in the opening sets.
Opportunity missed there. He didn't need to play the drop volley. It should have been percentage down the middle.
Serve here out wide. High ball from Ebden. He's just going to hit this as a forehand drive volley. Theatrically, Kyrgios now throws in the drop volley. Ebden coming forward, launches the ball into the juice court. Oh, through the legs is Kyrgios. He made a hash of that. And he shakes his head as well. Wanted to put the razzle-dazzle on, but still needed to win the point. It's 15-all.
This is where it's good to have someone like Kokkinakis who doesn't come up and saying, what the heck are you doing there? This might cost us the serve. He just accepts Nick and they get on with it.
Well, a big serve from Kyrgios. Now, this is where the frustration will start to come in, because if he misses a couple of serves, we know what can happen with Nick. And the boys down the other end of the court will know. Second serve onto the forehand of Purcell. Forehand Kyrgios. They work the juice court. And that's going to be too deep from Purcell.
Well, that was a let-off. He was in the rally there. He needed to stay in it, not try to hit it too deep. Kyrgios wasn't coming in. They could have really been in good shape in this game. It should be 15-30 rather than 30-15.
As we wait now for Kyrgios to serve, it takes the net, flies wide. Discussion. Second serve. On to the backhand of Ebden, putting it cross court, but into the net with Kokkinakis going to get across. It's 40-15. What are we up to? We're 18 minutes in on the Rolex clock. There's Kyrgios with 2 game points. We'll prepare and we'll deliver this ball into the net.
Hasn't quite found his rhythm yet on his serve, Nick.
Well, the opening serve was all right.
Yeah.
Send down a couple of bombs. Second serve. Onto the backhand of Purcell. Off backhand. Up the line goes Kyrgios. It's set up for Ebden. One of the easier backhand volleys he's going to put away in his career. It's 40-30.
So this is what happens if you serve and stay back. And you try to go past the net man. He should have gone back to Purcell. He goes to the net man and it's an easy put away down the middle. But Nick's got such a big serve, he figures it'll be okay.
Serve here from Kyrgios into the nets. Discussion. You can hear the yep and yep from Kyrgios. What's he going to do? Where's Kokkinakis going to go? He's going cross. Kokkinakis picked up, put it straight on the racket of Purcell. Kyrgios going to lean into one. Purcell back in the court. Throws up a high lob. Kokkinakis should put this away. An easy overhead. Plenty of court to work with, and we're at 3 games all in the opening set here on AO Radio.
Still haven't told me about the Sioux yet.
That's why Jordan's here. He's going to whisper in your ear in a second, tell you what it's all about. I don't know. I'm doing the tennis, mate. Do you know Jordan? Jordan knows. Why don't you ask him?
Well, he hasn't got a mic.
Well, you can take yours off and ask him, and you can relay the information.
I suppose I could.
As Ebden serving here to the backhand of Kyrgios. Coming forward, Ebden forehand volley. Kyrgios goes to Purcell, just throws in the drop volley. Kokkinakis got there, and he's got another one back too, amazingly, but it's set up for Ebden, who put the ball away. Good defence from Kokkinakis, but Ebden won the point, 15-love.
Great reactions there. He's off back foot falling away and still was able to prolong the point.
A good feeling when you get those back. There's a serve here out wide, back out the line from Kokkinakis. That's a lovely dropper. That's your low laugh sort of one. The beautiful little drop across court from Maxi Purcell, 30-love.
So that'll give me an indication when you think it's been an exceptional shot.
Don't you know those? You go.
No, I don't. I don't have that in my repertoire.
Well, put it in. Serve here. Set up for Ebden coming forward. The lob from Kyrgios. He reached there. Purcell couldn't get enough on it. Backhand volley from Ebden. He's got another one here. Now Kyrgios has got to come forward. He goes cross court. Ebden goes around the net post. Here's Kokkinakis. He goes cross court. Back at the baseline is Purcell. And a big forehand up the line from Kokkinakis. Big time points. Amazing. It's 30-15.
Well, that was one of the most incredible points that's been played on Rod Laver Arena this championship.
Well, let's run through it again, because it was a lot of bowling at the net. Kyrgios came forward. He played an amazing angle around the net post when Ebden, off forehand from Kokkinakis to Purcell, and then he went up the line and went straight past Ebden. Meanwhile, it's 40-15. Ball into the net off the return.
Well, Ebden's down the line shot. The most difficult part of that was to not hit the ball kids who were kneeling there waiting to get any ball that had caught the net. Terrific tennis. Crowd loved it.
As Ebden serves, cross-court forehand from Kyrgios. This just comes off the net. The forehand volley through the legs goes Kyrgios. Off the net goes Purcell with his volley. Up behind again goes Kokkinakis. Straight past Ebden again. And he's pointing to himself and saying, you know, I'm bringing it, folks. It's 40-30.
Well, you don't usually win the point when you play a tweener because, you know, it's usually easily dealt with or you make an error off it. But Nick at his effervescent best there.
As the serve from Ebden out wide, it's a good serve, backhand towards the net from Kokkinakis, and we continue on serve. It's 4-3. In the opening set here on AO Radio, live around the world. More from, well, I'm going to go up to Kate. Can I go up to Kate for an email?
Yes.
You can ask Jordan about the shoe stuff.
I'll take my headset
Kate, can you just roll through a couple of emails while we sort this out?
Of course I can. I think I've got some of our friends listening in the States a little concerned by my set the alarm comment. And I've received a few emails saying that, and one from Callie and Charlotte, woke up at 4:30 to watch the women. No excuses! ! Don't have ESPN Plus, so can't watch the doubles. But very thankful.
You've struck a nerve, haven't you?
I have struck a nerve, but very thankful to have AO Radio for the big All-Australian match this evening, and also Reverend David Hutchinson.
He's been
very nice. Listening, yes, and David has been with us for the past 2 weeks.
Very
Seen
nice.
a number of messages, listening during. And this is the other concern, big storms happening in the States.
Oh, dear.
Yes, in the northeast. Cold and snowy in western Connecticut. I was able to wake up once again to listen to Ashley's big win.
We had big storms here, but nothing like over there.
I was hoping for a Medvedev win tomorrow night.
Now, we've got an answer to our trivia question.
Yes. Jordan tells me that any time Cristiano Ronaldo scores a goal in England or wherever.
As we wait here for Kokkinakis to serve to Purcell, that backhand is into the bottom of the net.
He usually throws his chest back and arms up in the air and goes through. He does a sew, and then the crowd follow. Is that right? Yeah, got it. How the heck does that translate to this, though? To tennis.
Yeah, but Jordan's thrown his hands up on that. We can't answer that question.
No, well,
did well on the first count. As a serve here from Kokkinakis down the tee misses. Yeah, Jordan Angus done a great job across this fortnight. Amazing work on and off the air. Though Angus couldn't find me a chocolate milk tonight. That's a little disappointing. As a serve here onto the forehand. Ebden coming forward. He's going to play a low backhand volley. Getting involved is Kyrgios, but it popped up. And Ebden put the forehand volley away neatly. And it's 15 all.
A good thing for Ebden and Purcell, they're not getting involved at all with Kyrgios and Kokkinakis, if they're playing some spectacular shots, if the crowd's involved, they're not making eye contact with them at all.
Well, they know.
They're in their own
don't
little
they?
bubble. They're not going to get caught up in anything but what they're doing their side of the net. So that's very, very smart.
Serve here from Kokkinakis. Out wide's an ace. 30-15. Ace number 2 for the pair for the match. Big day tomorrow. Big night tomorrow. Medvedev Nadal.
Who are you going for?
Well, the heart says Nadal, the head says Medvedev, and the rest of the body doesn't know.
Or care.
Is a bit undecided.
I'm with you. That's how I would sum it up, exactly like that.
The serve here, oh, see, we've been working together too long. We're starting to think alike now. All those times in Paris.
I think a lot of people would have that same exact same thoughts.
Yeah, we're not Robinson Crusoe on that particular issue.
Yep.
All right, here we go. It's 30-15. The serve onto the forehand of Ebden. He's coming in, going to play a backhand volley. It's going to go long. And again, following in the return. It's not a bad ploy, but you got to make the volley. It's 40-15.
Kokkinakis gave him just a low volley. He had to volley it up and just pushed it long. Their tactics are staying the same as Kyrgios and Kokkinakis. It's whether these two can volley well enough that to get a break.
The serve.
Probably head for a tie break, I guess.
Kokkinakis goes into the nets. Second serve. Discussion. Again, Kyrgios just calling the shots on that one. Good crowd here tonight. 80% still here. Serve onto the backhand of Purcell. Picked up by Kokkinakis. It's going to go long. Great return. Thought maybe Kyrgios could have come across there. Ball went through the middle of the court.
Yeah, he's not a natural volleyer like Purcell and Ebden are. One of them, if they were at the net, they would have pounced on that. Nick volley's okay if he's there, but he's not really looking for it. And the great volleyers are looking to try to volley every single ball that goes anywhere near them.
We wait now for Kokkinakis to serve. Onto the forehand into the bottom of the net from Ebden. And it's 4 games all. There it is again.
Oh, no, I'm all over it now.
Where he's going? He's off. Rightio, bye, George. He's done his work for the night. He's off.
I must have
Probably big Saturday night, I reckon, coming up for him as well, just quietly.
I'd say I gave a poor description and he's disgusted. He's left the box.
All right, which way is this opening set going to go? It's 4 games all. In receiving team standing back. It's Max Purcell stepping to the line. There's a serve here onto the backhand of Kokkinakis. Low forehand volley from Ebden. He's got another one here. Oh, played it straight at Kokkinakis. Good reactions from Ebden. He's got to get involved. Oh, no, he put away the easiest volley of the lot. The forehand volley he missed. It went wide. And it's love 15.
Well, he picked up 2 absolute rippers, and then, as often happens, they were reflex, quick reaction ones. The third one, he had a lot more time, and it was an easier shot, and he missed it.
Yep, he threw his head back. He was annoyed. The serve here from Purcell. Forehand from Kokkinakis. It's a nice volley. Oh, he got there, Kokkinakis. Ebden hit it with the top of his racket, and it went long, the overhead. Here's a chance for Kokkinakis and Kyrgios at love 30.
Well, poor old Matty Ebden. 2 points now. He probably should have won, but what a get. I thought he was nearly going to hit the Kia sign there.
Yeah, Kokkinakis way out of court on that backhand.
Yeah.
And I reckon Ebden was thinking he won the point as well.
He did. I mean, he's just missed 2 easy shots at the net that put them in trouble here.
Serve from Purcell out wide. Clips the tape. We'll do it again. A reset of the tactics. He's under siege at the moment, Matty Ebden. Having to do a lot of the legwork, to be fair, rolling. So, he prepares again. And the serve down the tee. Nice there from Purcell. A rolling ball on the backhand into the net from Kyrgios. 15:30. Keep your emails coming through. aoradio@tennis.com.au or ausopen.com/AO Radio and fill out the Ask the Booth form. Name and country, please, and then your message.
So
Kate's
again,
all over it.
in the defensive position for Kokkinakis and Kyrgios.
Serve down the tee, and that's a nice one because Kokkinakis' ball dribbling to the net.
And it didn't work that time, but it's to stop the net player crossing and having an easy put-away volley between the returner and his partner who's at the service line. This way you've got to make a more sound volley. If both, there's a feather has just floated down.
Not the Andy Murray feather.
Yeah, I think it is, yes.
Oh, it's returned again.
Jack on it too.
There's a serve down the tee from Purcell, misses. Oh, I like that. That's good by you. 4-all, 30-all opening set, second serve. Purcell onto the backhand to Kyrgios. Janny Faroon, that was nice.
Yeah,
He's coming forward,
serve.
Kyrgios. Yep, it's 40-30.
Nick wanted to play the off backhand there because he's hit a couple of good ones, but it was one he should have run the other way and taken it on his big forehand. He gave himself the harder of the options. So, a really clever serve there from Max Purcell.
And he said, nice one, Max. As the serve here from Purcell out wide. Misses, went long. Again, the reset of the tactics. Second serve. On the backhand, Kokkinakis plays it up the line. Purcell is there at the baseline. Kokkinakis will hit it straight at Ebden again. And again, he's trying to make the reflex volley, but put it towards the net. It's 40-30. Oh, no, it's deuce now.
Yeah, gee, I tell you, Matty Ebden will just be praying that they hold on to this game because he's unfortunately not having a good time of it at the net. And you sort of feel really badly if you've cost your partner his serve by you're messing them up at the net. It's deuce, though. At deuce, you're still favoured to win your serve.
The difference, of course, is that we have the ad scoring. The serve here onto the backhand of Kyrgios. It goes wide. Everywhere else, other than the four majors and Davis Cup, we're playing the no ad scoring.
Yeah.
And we've got the tiebreakers to the third set. Dynamically different for some of the top doubles pairs. Won't be a problem for this lot. Game point for Purcell and Ebden. 32 up on the Rolex clock as the serve coming in now. On to the backhand of Kokkinakis. Second serve. Kokkinakis will step in. Cross-court backhand picked up nicely. They're still at the baseline here, the Aussies. And again, Kokkinakis hammers the forehand up the line for Barty, but it takes the net and falls in. He has a smile on his face, Barty, but he can't believe it.
It's just can't crack it at all, this game, can he? He's missed some volleys, and then he's in the right position to volley that ball, and it catches the tape, flips over his racket. He can't take a trick this game.
Unbelievable. Serve here. Purcell goes down the tee and misses. Second serve. Onto the backhand, up the line from Kyrgios. They've switched places, the serving team. Purcell in the ad court playing cross-court backhand. Coming across is Kyrgios, and nicely put away. He didn't make much of the volley, did Kyrgios, and easy put away. That would have felt good for Ebden.
Well, Nick was looking for a volley a bit easier than that, a bit higher over the net so he could hit down on it. It skimmed the net, and it was a fairly tough volley. And as I said, he's not a real natural volleyer, so he didn't quite have the racket skills there to do a better job.
Serve here from Purcell out wide. He's serving and volleying. That's going to be an easy put away from Ebden at the net. The ball popped up by Kokkinakis. 5-4 opening set here on AO Radio live around the world. Speaking of live around the world, that's where our emails are coming from, and Kate Kearns is all over them.
Well, they are, and I have Brendan, but I'm not sure where in the world Brendan is.
Okay.
It's who are the two male commentators on AO Radio tonight, commentating on the men's doubles final, please? Both doing a great job.
Oh, okay. Well, we can
done,
say,
and thanks.
We'll say who we really are there.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say he wants them removed.
Not yet.
Well, I'm
Are you
Peter,
going to introduce yourselves?
Mercato, and this is two-time Australian Open doubles champion Alan Stone alongside me.
I love how Brendan just didn't say anything about the person reading out the emails.
I knows who you are.
And
Kate
in
Kearns has
fact,
gone global.
Which is a bit ridiculous because, Brendan, you know, if you're wanting someone to read out the email, you usually say something nice about them.
She's got the power, remember that.
And Kate is listening from snowy Cincinnati in Ohio. Always loves the all-night AO radio coverage. Just about to hit the road for an 8-hour plus drive to Kansas City for the NFL AFC Championship game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Good luck with that.
K&K would love the fearless energy of this young team. Every time they say KK, I get a little confused, I have to say.
Yeah, you think they're talking about you, aren't they? Yeah, no, they're not. No, we know. Nick Kyrgios serving at 4-5. Opening set, serve out wide. High ball, Purcell's going to go long on the forehand wing. Just the effortless power. That was
his serve is just a brilliant motion, Nick's serve. I mean, all his shots, he's got so much skill.
As he wants to get on with it quickly, Purcell just said, hang on a sec. Serve down the tee. Popped up by Ebden, put away by Kokkinakis, and that's not coming back. It's 30 love.
Nick had turned his back on the court then to get a ball from the ball kid for the next point because he figured his partner was going to put it away. He didn't even bother looking.
Fair enough too. You need to give it a bit of welly to get it to the backboards on this big court as well. Serve here from Kyrgios. Good return from Ebden. Pop a volley back at the baseline from Kyrgios, but Kokkinakis getting involved and Ebden coming across and putting away a beautiful forehand volley. It's 30-15. It was a hell of a return from Max Purcell. Forced Kyrgios to hit a volley from the back of the court. Them in the point. It's 30-15. Kyrgios will serve to Ebden on the backhand. Cross court. Another good return. He's coming in, Ebden, with a forehand volley. Kyrgios going over the top of him, and that's in. Of course it's in. Perfect. Beautifully placed, and it's 40-15.
It just walks back and gets the balls as if that was just a routine shot when I can assure you it wasn't.
Well, the thing is, though, it's a good tactic. If they're going to be closing in on the net like that, like Ebden did, why not go over the top? Game points. Serve to the backhand. Hot. Another great return by Max Purcell. Back in that direction. Back with the flight of the ball, and he got the winner. It's 40-30.
Well, Kyrgios wasn't even expecting that. He got in a big serve, and how dare Purcell hit it back like that? He wasn't prepared for it. And now he congratulates, or says well done, because it was one of the hardest shots there off backhand on the first court.
High formation serving team. As the serve comes in out wide. Backhand from Ebden. Up that line goes Kyrgios. He's gone long. All right, a little bit of pressure here. We're at juice. A couple of great returns from Ebden and Purcell.
Right, there'll be no showboating here.
No, be straight to an ace, I would have thought.
2 points from losing the set, so...
Probably out wide, wouldn't you say?
Down the tee, I think.
All right, you win. Ball put away by Kokkinakis at the net.
That gives his partner more chance to cross if he hits down the centre.
No, but he hits such a great wide serve as well. Yeah, it's hard for Purcell to get that too.
If he hits wide, then Kokkinakis has got to cover his line, and that means Nick's going to have to play a couple of groundies, so he wanted to bring his partner in, so down the tee.
All right, let's see. Game point for 5-all opening set. The serve from Kyrgios. Down the tee misses. The groans of the crowd. It was 216 kilometres, that is. Second serve. On the forehand of Ebden, picked up by Kyrgios. They've switched courts now. In the juice court, another forehand. Big, good backhand volley from Purcell. Another one from Ebden. Kyrgios pops it over the top. This should be put away. No, Kyrgios got that one. Moving in is Ebden. Another backhand volley. This time he should put away the overhead. Finally! He had a couple of cracks at it, and eventually got the results. We're at juice.
They did some good bowling there, because Kyrgios was really whipping his forehand. They were dipping low, and they did well not to miss any of those volleys.
Oh, it's just pressure, isn't it? That's why you do all those volleying drills. That's why you did all those years ago, Rolling. What did you come up with? A couple of Australian Open titles, if you don't mind. The serve here out wide. Onto the forehand of Purcell. And Kyrgios just doing the, I'm going to play the ball, but let it drop underneath the racket trick, which is not nice.
Just to give the crowd a little bit of something, you know.
Yeah, if you mistime that, you look like a goose.
If you happen to just catch it on the frame and bring up set point for your opponents.
They had it all under control.
He did.
All right, let's see. Another game point here. Fourth chance to close out the game. Kyrgios and Kokkinakis. The serve onto the forehand. Oh, yes. No, he's missed it, Ebden. Right play at the open court. He missed it, though, and it's 5 games all in the opening set here on AO Radio. We are live around the world. Tomorrow night, we will have the men's singles final. 6:45, the Twilight Show with Kate Kearns. The last one for AO 2022. It's a bit sad, really. And then we got Nick Kyrgios, he's here. Rafa Nadal taking on Daniel Medvedev. Earlier in the day, we were on air from 2:45 local time with Angus and the pre-show for the final time. He's done a good job. And then we got the women's doubles final from 3 o'clock as Ebden serves. Up the line goes Kyrgios. Oh, takes the net, bounces over the racket of Max Purcell. And that's love 15. And then, yes, not before 7:30, Nadal and Medvedev. Twilight Show, 6:45. That's your schedule for tomorrow. Our final day on AO Radio.
A little bit of luck there going Kyrgios' way with the net cord.
As we see Ebden serve out wide. Cross-court backhand from Kokkinakis, and that's a wide forehand volley from Ebden. He just got cramped for room trying to create the angle. It's love 30.
Oh, excellent return, though, from Kokkinakis. That's why they are playing well, because Nick's got the explosive stuff, and Kokkinakis just rock solid. I mean, he returns, his forehand's big. Back, everything about Kokkinakis' game is very sound.
Serve here, onto the backhand of Kyrgios. Backhand volley from Purcell, and the backhand goes into the net from Kokkinakis.
Good volley there, under pressure at love 30 from Purcell.
15:30. 41 minutes on the Rolex clock. Tension rising just a little bit. It's been an entertaining final so far. So we wait for the serve to come in. And clips the tape on the way through. Looking for an all-Aussie champion. Last time was the Woodies, back in 97. And then the Woodies again the last time an all-Aussie team won a major, I think it was Wimbledon, wasn't it? A few years later. Nick just twirling his racket, then dropped it. The serve here from Ebden on the backhand of Kokkinakis. Low backhand. Well, that's going to go long from Ebden. And we got some break points for Kokkinakis and Kyrgios. They're bouncing around at the back of the courts.
And again, the quality of the return from Kokkinakis. I mean, he's returned really well the whole tournament. And that enables Nick to use his flair, but rock solid.
Well, the thing is, it's pressure on the volleyer. So they're still coming forward, doing all the right things, but they're just under pressure, and it's Ebden in particular at the moment. He's got to save a couple of break points here. He served down the tee, up the line. Kyrgios, the backhand volley. Purcell, now he's got a forehand volley. Nicely done. That was a rocket coming at him from Kokkinakis in the ad court. And it's 30-40.
He could have easily missed that.
Yep.
It was, he stood firm there. That's Purcell. He's a really sound volleyer. Got a good game, so he was a bit unlucky not to get a wild card into the singles, actually. Just he was the last guy to miss out. About 5 Australian men got wild cards out of 6 who were being considered.
Serve here from Ebden on the backhand of Kokkinakis. This is straight at Purcell. Kyrgios at the net with a forehand put away, but this one from Kokkinakis, the forehand up the Ebden line, went long in the Juice courts, and we are at Juice. Well, yeah, another chance just to drill another ball past Matty Ebden, but couldn't do so. As we wait now for Ebden to serve. To the forehand of Kyrgios. Low volley from Ebden now. Oh, well, backhand volley from Purcell. He's got another low one. It's a Kyrgios who goes back to Purcell. Forehand from Kokkinakis, and this is going to go long. The forehand volley from Ebden. They're under siege at the net. Ebden and Purcell, another break point.
Oh, well, Kyrgios was excellent in that point on the Juice side. He really whipped some low balls. Volley has to come up when the ball dips like that. And they were, as you said, under so much pressure, they eventually made the volley error.
Well, that's the advantage that they have, the Kokkinakis-Kyrgios combination. They're so heavy from the back of the court. Serve here from Ebden down the tee. Forehand Kokkinakis picked up. Nice from Purcell, moving across, playing the backhand volley into the ad court for a winner. And we are at Juice.
I tell you what, Purcell's made some real clutch volleys here.
He's almost playing. What do you make of his hairstyle, Rolly?
Not much, to be honest.
Going with the...
Well, it's not a full mullet, is it?
Well, it is really, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm only jealous.
The big shag at the back is the serve here. Onto the backhand of Kyrgios, and he popped it up to Purcell, who again makes no mistake with the angled backhand volley. And they've got game points.
He has volleyed magnificently this game.
Well, that's coming from someone who's a handy volleyer himself in Alan Stone. So if he says he's hit some great volleys, he's hit some great volleys, folks.
Well, considering there have been round Juice and break point, that hard to hit him if you have 40 love.
The serve here from Ebden. Forehand Kokkinakis for line for another winner. Well, he couldn't get to that one, Maxie. And we're at 5-all Juice again.
What a game this one is. A spectacular tennis, really, from all 4 players. Matty Ebden under siege. He was previous 2 games ago when he was at the net. Now he's at the baseline. You must think they're picking on him.
As the serve coming in onto the forehand of Kyrgios. Low forehand volley from Ebden to Kyrgios to Kokkinakis' point. He's hit that in too.
Yeah, no, that was always going in. Had a lot of topspin on it. I mentioned about his forehand. It's really good. It's deceptive. Ebden thought it was going out. He had a bit of a play on it, I think, but I think it was too good a shot for him.
Yeah, well, it was going to get past him anyway. Yep. And Kokkinakis said, you shouldn't have left that. You should not have left that. I'm going up your line all the time, so be ready. Talk about honesty. He's keeping him honest.
A spectacular game, Kyrgios and Kokkinakis here. Fourth break point.
Yep, as Ebden serves to the backhand of Kokkinakis. Into the net goes the volley from Ebden. Breaker serve. And they're off to the chair. Oh, Kokkinakis got there in plenty of time. It's 6-5 opening set here on AO Radio, live around the world. All right, Kate, what have you got for us upstairs?
Well, I've got Sigma in Jakarta. He says, hi, Peter, Alan and Kate. If we're talking about the men's final tomorrow, are we talking about the men's final?
We
have to go there right now?
We can go there.
Let's go there. I want Medvedev to win it, but I really want Nadal to be the first to break 21 Grand Slam record. I hope it's going to be a great tennis match and no unnecessary off-court drama. I think there'll be on-court drama. I'm not sure about the off-court.
Well, first thing we know is going to be long because Rafa takes a long time to prepare and actually finally get to play the points. So I think we're used to that though, and so it's going to be long. And the contrasting styles, his heavy topspin, his lefty serve, the big flatter ground strokes from Medvedev. I think Medvedev's got the pace to get him across the line with his shots.
Can I throw something else into the mix, Kate?
Oh, if you must, yes.
If anyone who plays at club level is listening to AO Radio tonight, we've got one of the great doubles players in Alan Stone here. We could do a little bit of a masterclass. If you've got a question about how to improve your doubles game, and you want to ask Alan Wallis here, we've only got a limited time, obviously, this match. aoradio@tennis.com.au. aoradio@tennis.com.au.
I can give you the answer straight away.
Or ozopen.com/AO Radio. Fill out the Ask the Booth form. You better do it now.
Righto.
If you ask him in other forums, he charges you. So just be aware of that.
How you improve your doubles is pick the best partner you can.
Oh. All right, well, we've got that one out of the way. Kokkinakis is serving for the opening set. He's going to serve to Max Purcell. I've also got a bit of correspondence to read to you here rolling as well. Get to that in a moment. The serve out wide is a good one. Purcell gets a racket on it, sends it into the crowd where it's nicely caught. There are Aussies catching it left, right and centre. They'd have to be. It's 15-love.
A great serve to open this game for Kokkinakis. He just quietly goes about his business while the crowd's watching what Nick's doing. And they should watch Kokkinakis a little bit more because he's the one who's really playing, I'd say, the best on the court at the moment.
As the serve comes in to the backhand, it's too big from Ebden. Discussion between the serving team as to what Kokkinakis is going to do, where Kyrgios is going to go. As Kokkinakis prepares and will serve to the forehand of Ebden. It's gone long. And Kokkinakis say, get out. It was already going out. Didn't really need the extra impetus, but hey, we'll take it. It's 6-5, 30-love now. 2 points from the opening set, Kokkinakis and Kyrgios. And 49 minutes on the Rolex clock. It's been a long set, but an entertaining one from all four players on the court. High formation serving team. Kokkinakis to Purcell, who hits it straight up. Backhand Kokkinakis picked it up in a flash, and that forehand into a net from Purcell. Oh, what a pickup from Kokkinakis. A late call from Kyrgios.
Well, particularly when Nick was going to take it. It was too good a shot for him, and he quickly said, yours. That's another good thing you got to do.
Yeah, that's my favourite word in doubles.
Yeah, yours.
By the way, yours.
Yeah. Oh, yes. You've got to use it a lot. And he only got it back two-handers. He just shoveled it, but great reaction. Kokkinakis.
3 set points for Kokkinakis and Kyrgios. A little disturbance in the crowd. Fox counting down to 0. Shouldn't get a time violation for this. No, a bit of discretion there. Set point. Kokkinakis serves out wide. Ebden pops it up the line. Kokkinakis is there. Low point ball into the net again from Ebden. They're jumping around. They're up and about. Kokkinakis and Kyrgios. They take the opening set 7-5 here on AO Radio, live around the world.
Good set of tennis there from all the players. It was high level, a lot of great shot making by the players there. Just the slightly better returns of Kokkinakis and Kyrgios. Kyrgios backing up Kokkinakis very well as they leave the court. That's a bit of a surprise. Usually if you win the set, you stay on. You want to keep the momentum.
Well, there's only one bathroom there, but both players have gone that way. I think that one of them's going to have to stand outside and wait for the other. Won't take too long. There's no change of outfits, so they only got the 3 minutes. But we'll come back to that in a moment. Kate, we'll come back to you momentarily. I've got a message to read out, though. I know you're doing all the messages tonight.
Where are you getting your messages from?
A Grand Slam champion on 3 different services. You are the complete player, Ash Barty, and I'm so happy for you tonight. There's nothing like winning at home. Congratulations, AO 2022 champion. It's wonderful to be here for this moment and to celebrate with Australia. That from Rod Laver.
Ah, yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Who put that message in. That is nice. We also got some lovely messages from around the world. Kate, what's coming through?
We've got one from Kate, who's listening from Switzerland. Is it just me, or are there a lot of messages coming through from Kate's?
No, you're calling them all from Kate. Sorry, go ahead.
I think it's a tactic and it's working. I like it. Chopping veggies for some meal preps and listening to the tennis, which is absolutely perfect. I unfortunately won't be able to listen to tomorrow.
Why not?
Going to be at a best friend's 30th birthday party.
Oh, put your headphones in. Just have a little listen. Not all the time, but just some of the time.
That's
maybe.
right, exactly. So just a great big thank you to the whole team for the coverage of this tournament.
Oh, thank you.
Love you better each year, and hopefully I'll hear some of your voices in other slams. That's
I hope
likely
so
to
this
happen.
year. I hope so this year.
With you too, yes?
Oh, I've got to get out of here. Got to get out of Melbourne. We've got to leave the country. We can't be doing this whole, staying at home thing anymore. A couple of others coming through. Ash, always happy to see that big smile when you win. Enjoy every second of this sweet victory at home. You deserve it. That's from Petra Kvitova.
Ah, nice. Yeah.
Vika Azarenka, there's just no better tennis player at the moment than Ash Barty. Most complete and focused. The way she's able to put pieces together and add a bit more to her game is absolutely admirable. What an example. Congratulations, champ, to you and all your team.
Well, that's very nice from Kvitova and Azarenka, Grand Slam champions themselves.
Apparently, Ash has already cracked the beers out during a live cross. There you go.
Yeah, good on her.
As the serve here goes into the net from Purcell.
Please.
Second serve coming in to hit a low half volley. Kyrgios goes cross court with his forehand. Purcell hit it straight at Kokkinakis, who went over the head of Ebden, who goes tweener style, picked up by Kyrgios at the net. Coming forward again is Ebden. Kokkinakis back at him, low backhand volley. Kokkinakis over the top again. Yeah, he's missed it. He's missed it. And now Ebden wants the love.
Well, he hit a great tweener there, he really did. And
he takes a bow. Fair enough to enjoy the moment, Matty.
Yeah. And look, they're playing well. They didn't play a poor game to lose serve. It was really the quality of the shot making, brilliant shot making from Kyrgios and Kokkinakis that cost them their serve. It's an inspired play from Ebden in that point.
The serve here from Purcell goes into the nets. Second serve. Onto the forehand. It's a good one. All picked up. Beautiful little dropper again on the backhand wing this time from Ebden. He's working his way into it. It's 30 love. Lots of messages coming through from all over the world for Ash Barty. Huge congrats to my friend Ash Barty from Simona Halep as we see another serve and volley. Awkward ball for Purcell, plays up the line again to Kokkinakis, put away nicely by Ebden at the nets. And they go to 40 love. Amazing performance. So happy to see you with that trophy. So that's from Simona Halep.
Well, isn't it good that all Grand Slam winners congratulating Ash straight after the match? So some good sporting camaraderie between the top women players.
Serve here onto the forehand of Kokkinakis, who slammed it at Ebden, whose forehand volley went into the net. It's 40-15. As we wait now for the serve onto the backhand there of Kyrgios, put away again by Ebden at the net. That's the opening game of the second set done.
First game, second set.
Well, the crowd's really enjoying this. I mean, there's just some spectacular shot making from all players. Some of the volleying at the net, some of the pickups, and some of the exchanges are really, considering how hard they're hitting the ball, it's a very high standard match.
Just a stat, the fewest games lost in winning the Australian Open title since it moved to Melbourne Park is 24 from Steffi Graf in 1989. Ash is at 30 games lost in 2022. That is fourth on the list of fewest games conceded.
Well, didn't lose a set. I'd take that as good enough.
Just for completeness' sake. As a serve here onto the forehand of Purcell. Oh, Kokkinakis was trying to hit the overhead. He just said, no, I'm getting out of the way. You take it, Nick. There was no pace on it, and he netted the backhand. Did Kyrgios. It's love 15. Just take it. That would be the one where Kyrgios should just call him in and say, have a go. The serve here onto the backhand. It's into the net from Ebden. Very makeable. 15 all.
Kyrgios took a bit off that one. It was more a three-quarter pace serve.
As we wait now for the serve to come into the nets.
Please.
They are getting a little restless. Second serve onto the backhand, off backhand from Purcell. Cross court forehands now from both players in the juice court. Good angle from Kyrgios. Purcell, bang! Big forehand up the middle of the court. Kokkinakis committed line. He needed to be more middle of the court for that one. It's 15-30.
Yeah, no, he had to cover the line from where Nick gave that angle.
Before the serve and between first and second. Thank you.
Purcell's shot was just too good.
As we wait now for the serve to come in, 15-30 as Kyrgios serving to Ebden. Ebden, clip the tape on the way through.
First serve.
I have to tell you about the boys singles final today. Rolling. Blimey. What a match that was. A match across the hour mark of this match. They're only just getting started. So another first serve. Kyrgios down the tee. High ball from Ebden. Put away. High backhand volley style by Kokkinakis. And it's 30 all.
30 all.
Yeah, the boys today, I'll bring up the results here because I'll make sure I get these scores right. 3 hours and 43 minutes. Bruno Kuzuhara of the USA taking on Jakub Mesic of Czech Republic, fourth seed. 7-6. 7-6, 6-7, 7-5 as Kyrgios has missed another serve here and getting cranky because the crowd's calling out. Apparently it's only a problem if it refers to him rather than the opposition. 30 all, the serve here takes the nets.
Second service.
See, this is the thing about the pressure, what the pressure does. Anyway, back to this junior boys singles. 3 hours and 43 minutes on court for the final. Extraordinary. Second serve for Kyrgios. Will serve the forehand of Purcell. Coming across, Kokkinakis thrown to the racket of Ebden. Oh, he lined up again. Kyrgios, big forehand up the line. He got a racket to it. Ebden couldn't do much with it. It's 40-30.
Well, great reaction from Ebden there to reflex that shot back. And Kyrgios, he's got the big forehand though. He was still able to force a volley error off the next shot, but he's at 30 all, well, it's a big point.
As the serve coming in. Out wide, high ball from Ebden. It's going to be put away by Kyrgios. It's just how he's going to do it. He does the angled forehand into the ad court beautifully. 1 game all. But that is an extraordinary match because Mesic started cramping in that final game, and at match point he just completely collapsed out here on Rod Laver Arena to be taken in the wheelchair out because it was just such a mammoth effort. 3 hours and 43 minutes. Petra Marchenko, the Croats, the top seed, getting a win over Sofia Kostelis of Belarus. 7-5, 6-1 in the girls singles final today. Serve here from Ebden. On to the forehand of Kyrgios. It's a tough half volley. Nicely picked up by Ebden. Big backhand volley from Purcell is deep. And Kokkinakis couldn't do much with the forehand except put it into orbit. It's 15 love.
Just thinking of Nick Kyrgios, Pete, what we need, or what he needs, is to try to play a bit more this year. He only played 4 or 5 tournaments last year or somewhere in that level. Now, if he wants to make the doubles a feature and bring more people in, the first thing he's got to do is play more.
Serve out wide, backhand cross court from Kokkinakis, short ball, backhand volley from Purcell, another one from Purcell, dug out by Kyrgios, and left the whole ad court open. Purcell an easy overhead into that court. It's 30-love.
This is the sort of thing that might inspire him to play more, because he just doesn't like the routine and regulation sort of tournaments. But
Well, he likes playing as a team.
Yeah.
In a team.
Actually, he does better in teams, doesn't he?
Yeah, playing with his mate. Serve here from Ebden into the nets.
Please.
So again, the calling out, which seems to not faze Kyrgios because he's receiving. Serve here. Kyrgios goes to the forehand volley of Ebden. He's looking to go over the top, Kyrgios. Purcell was there, but hit straight at Kokkinakis. A react volley from Ebden. Up the line goes Kyrgios. Beautiful backhand volley again by Purcell. It's another dropper. It's a beauty, and it's 40-love.
He's got just great hands at the net, hasn't he? He's got the ability to take all the pace off, a hard drive at him, absorb it all, and just drop the racket head on it and angle it away. He's really a class net player.
As we wait now for the serve to come in. Down the tee, it's an ace. Yep, strong ace. That will be the second, I think, for the team for the match. Well, stats take a little while to update. And it's 2-1 on serve, second set. First set, Kokkinakis and Kyrgios 7-5. Earlier tonight, it was Ash Barty over Danielle Collins in straight sets. And here's Kate Kearns with some emails.
I've got one from Sharon of Somerton Park in South Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that is by the seaside in Adelaide. Regarding doubles, who is the best combo? 2 lefties, 2 righties, or one of each?
Probably one of each. Some of our great teams have been like that. I can think of Newcombe and Roach, who won 5 Wimbledons. And then you've got the Woodies, who won probably 7. And then you had John McEnroe and Peter Fleming from the US, who won everything for a while. And they would have won more, except John McEnroe stopped playing doubles. And then when he was reminded that he didn't hold the doubles record anymore once the Woodies got past them, he says, well, I would have if I'd have known everybody was counting. But it helps if you've got a lefty-righty, because there's different spins coming in. And you can have, that means you also have the, when you're returning, you have the forehand going down the line of both players. So
it's also the thing, too, that the lefty sometimes will sit in the juice court and the righty will sit in the ad court.
They're doing that a little bit more, aren't they?
Yeah.
It depends on the individuals. I mean, a lot of great teams where there's just right-handed combinations.
As we wait now for Ebden to serve into the nets. Second serve. On the forehand of Purcell is coming forward up the line. Kokkinakis again nails a forehand winner. Boy, oh boy, it's 15-love.
How good's his forehand been tonight?
Oh, well, as good as we've seen for the summer. It has been. I mean, that doesn't change. It's just, as we said, it's just the injuries that have been the problem for Kokkinakis. It's not his ability to hit the ball.
I've watched them in a few of the doubles, and his forehand has been on song right from the start. Particularly that down the line one.
Yep, and the serve here from Kokkinakis down the tee just missing. Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, you've got obviously greater width on the court to use in the singles court. May as well use it. Would you love that? You would have loved hitting a down the line forehand, wouldn't you?
Never hit a ball as hard as this in my life.
So, to the bottom of the net. That wasn't my point. Bottom of the net from Ebden. No, my point, Roland, you know, it doesn't matter how hard you hit it. The fact that you could get that space and just drill one up the line.
Well, it's nice if you timed one sweetly every now and then. Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You would have done it plenty of times.
Oh, a bit hazy in the memory bank there.
Oh, please. I'm sure if I slipped you a 50, I'd be able to get a few stories out. Here's a serve here to the tee. The backhand from Cell goes wide.
Get even more if it was a green one.
It's 40-love. That's the going rate these days. 40 love. Gosh, if you do get a chance, Alan Stone does some after-dinner speaking. If you get a chance to see him do it, because he's got some great stories, folks, let me tell you. Not a lot we can run on air. As a serve here from Kokkinakis on the backhand of Ebden. Oh, just missed the return. Kokkinakis holds the love, and it's 2 games all. The Dunlops make their way out onto the court. What were the balls you were using back then? Do you remember? They Slazenger or Dunlop?
They were Slazenger, Dunlop or Spalding. So in those days we had 3 manufacturers, big factories that made the balls. Actually, a lot of them were made in the Philippines when we had 3 major ball companies that were selling them in Australia. Dunlop, Spaldings and Slazengers. Slazengers probably just slightly bigger than Dunlops, and they ended up combining anyway.
Why, were they white or yellow?
They started off white.
There's a serve here from Purcell down the tees, an ace past Kyrgios to start game number 5, set number 2, 15 love.
These balls seem a bit more lively than the ones we use, though. I mean,
they're being hit harder.
Yeah, but when you just pick one of these balls up and try to squeeze it a bit, you break your fingers.
The serve comes in. Purcell out wide. He's coming in high. Ball from Kokkinakis. Purcell underneath it, plays the overhead between the pair. And the winner, it's 30 love. Done some redevelopment work at Kyrgios, haven't they?
They have, yes, some major redevelopments.
Serve here from Purcell down the tee. Misses down the tee, put it into the net. Second serve. Oh, it's a good body serve.
Yeah.
Kyrgios couldn't get out of the way of that. It's 40 love.
He's catching Nick a bit with that. Nick's done a couple of good off backhands and he's keen to do it more. So Purcell's sliding the serve into his body, and as Nick's trying to move around, it's following him and cramping him up. Might be better to go the other way and skip to his left and turn that one into a forehand.
Serve here goes down the tee but misses. Second serve. Oh, that's a good serve too. Yeah. That's into the body of Kokkinakis this time. That's superb serving from Max Purcell. I know they're down in the match, but he's fast becoming my player of the match, Max Purcell. It's 3-2 second set.
His volleying has been the best.
Okay.
Now, look, he's played the best on his side, I would think. It's just those big game that they put in on the returns. That's all. The difference is one big game.
Kate.
Pete.
Hello.
Hello.
Messages?
Yes, it's one for Alan.
Oh, yes, please.
Recently playing a handicap, and this is inverted commas, mixed troubles tournament, I was surprised when my partner came to the baseline while I was preparing to serve. I would be surprised too. How can I encourage my partner to become more attacking and start from a forward position? Now that's from Stephen from the Claremont Tennis Club.
Well, perhaps we can glean from that his serve isn't that good. And, but it's most unusual. But what they could do is, once the return comes back, and whoever hits it hard and deep, and then they both run to the net together, so that they're still trying to get to the net. So that'd be one way around that. But it's, mind you, a team won the French Open doubles a few years ago. I think they were from Chile. They stayed at the baseline the whole time and just hit these huge forehands.
Got to chip in on that too. Thank you, Kate. We'll go back to you in a sec. The serve here from Kyrgios out wide, getting a racket to a Purcell, can't do much with it. It is 15 love. Is the point that because sometimes if you've got good volleys at the net, you want to try and cut off some of the angle that they can work with. They often get around you if you're standing on the service line.
Yeah, they can.
So the serve here out wide from Kyrgios misses. So standing back, you're right. If you can come in, find that opportunity on the short ball, come in together.
Yep.
That's an idea. Good serve here. This just gets over from Ebden. He's got another forehand. Plays to Kyrgios' backhand. He's coming in. And now he plays a forehand volley awkwardly. Big forehand from Ebden. He can't get that over the net. It's 30 love. If you've got more doubles questions, doubles technique and skill questions for Alan Stone, keep them coming. AO Radio at tennis.com.au, ausopen.com/AO Radio, and fill out the Ask the Booth form. And
yes, well, this was a South American combination. They weren't from Chile. I'll think of it in a minute, but they won French Open from the back of the court.
Being at the back of the court, that's where Kyrgios is. 3 out of the 4 players. As Ebden at the back of the court goes up the line, the ball just jumped out at him.
It was a miss hit from, it was like a knuckleball. And Ebden couldn't believe the bounce. He's looking back to say, what the heck happened there? But it jumped up at him.
Iga Swiatek sending a tweet. Congratulations, Ash Barty, mate. Brackets, am I an Aussie now? What a run. I'm happy for you and your team. It's a good serve here from Kyrgios, unreturnable. 3 games all in the second sets.
3 games on.
The serving is just too big at the moment for Purcell and Ebden. They get a couple of chances, they can get close, but the big serving just they can't quite overcome it in the end on the game.
The serve here out wide from Ebden. Missing. Getting a little rowdier. The second serve onto the backhand of Kyrgios. Low forehand volley from Ebden. Backhand volley is good from Purcell, but Kokkinakis is there. Oh, lovely forehand volley from Purcell. Now straight into Ebden, who gets it back. Purcell just gets it back. Kokkinakis will go up the line, and he'll go straight into the racket of Ebden, who nets the forehand volley. Difficult opportunity. It's love 15.
Yeah, good work by Kyrgios on the first court to set that up for his partner. You can't break serve unless the juice court player is winning a good percentage of the points on his side. Otherwise, the backhand player's got to win his point just to draw level. So most important, the juice player returns well, and Kyrgios is doing his part very well.
Serve coming in, clipping the tape from Ebden. Angelique Kerber sending a tweet. No one deserves this more than Ash Barty. Congrats for winning the special title at home. 1 hour and 12 minutes on the Rolex clock in the doubles here. We can't lose this one as Aussies. The serve goes deep from Ebden. 1 more to come. The second serve onto the backhand cross-court. Sharp chance. Purcell's backhand volley's going long. It's going long. The Kyrgios Kokkinakis camp on their feet. Love 30. This could be the push now rolling.
Yep, well, the cross was on there. That was the what they'd worked out to do. But the second serve just wasn't quite good enough. And when Purcell was crossing there, because of the serve wasn't quite good enough, it was really hammered by Kokkinakis and drew the volley error.
The serve here onto the forehand of Kyrgios. It's a tough backhand volley from Ebden. He just gets it over straight to the Kyrgios forehand. A couple of those. Great angle from Kyrgios. And Ebden puts the volley into the net again. Here we go. It's love 40. Break points.
Well, another brilliant point from Kyrgios on that juice court. So he's done his job this game. He's won the 2 points he's received. And that's what's put them into this great position here.
Well, this place, the lid might blow off if it was on tonight. If they get the break. It's Ebden to Kokkinakis, the serve to the backhand. Picked up on the forehand volley from Ebden. Backhand volley from Purcell. Kokkinakis is there. Straight at Ebden. He's missed the volley. And Kokkinakis races to the chair and sits down, crosses his legs and sits back and says, I'll just wait for all of you. Come on. It's 4-3 with a rake. They're a set-up. Kokkinakis and Kyrgios in the men's doubles final here on AO Radio.
Well, that was just a brilliant game. That's all you can say about heavy, heavy returns. The volleying was just under so much pressure. They just can't cope with it. They're ripping the ball with such speed and power. It's brilliant to see, really. And, I mean, Purcell and Ebden aren't playing bad tennis. They're just being out-hit. They can't cope with the speed and the exuberance, really, of Kokkinakis and Kyrgios. And full marks to Kyrgios on that first court. He set that up by winning his 2 points.
Well, Kokkinakis ran to the chair like you did back in the 70s when you were in front in the doubles final as well. Kate, what have you got for us?
Well, I've got a message here from Emma, and Emma and her mum are listening to us from within Rod Laver Arena. They're actually
very
here,
nice.
yes, at the match, having an amazing evening. My mum, Jan, plays midweek ladies twice a week, and her question redoubles is, what training drills can I do to improve my volleys? P.S. Great commentary. Thanks, Emma.
Thanks, Kate.
You can get you and your partner and 2 others to stand about 1.5 meters each back from the net and just fire balls at each other so that you don't have time to swing, so that you can just hold the racket out in front of you and get good at just reflexing them back, as long as you don't hit them.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it's a great drill to do. Just start off gentle and then slowly work your way towards the net as well. That'll help you with your volleys. Get that grip right. The serve into the net from Kokkinakis. It's 4-3. They've got a break in the second set. They only need the one break in the opening set to get that done. 7-5. Second serve. And the serve to the forehand. Oh, Purcell coming forward. Now playing the backhand volley. Kokkinakis slams it at Ebden. He just gets this ball over. Here comes Kyrgios. He can't just throw the dropper in. He went into the nets. It's love 15.
Ebden did a good job there of holding his position. He figured the big forehand from Kokkinakis would come down his line, which it did. Kyrgios tried to play a little touch shot back at Ebden's feet. A little bit too cute there from Nick. And missed it.
There's the serve coming in. Down the tees, an ace. It's 15 all.
It's hard to know how many tournaments they might be able to play together overseas this year, Kokkinakis and Kyrgios, because their doubles rankings, I'm not sure that they even have one at this stage.
They do, but it
wouldn't get them into the tournaments. They'd have to get a wild card into the doubles and have to be playing at the same event.
Tournament, which for... Well, both of them, they might now. The serve out wide's an ace from Kokkinakis. It's 30-15 because their rankings are going to be around similar. But will they want to? Because there'll be more 250s and 500s. And can they both get wild cards into Masters 1000s?
Well, Kyrgios will get invited to any tournament he wants to because he's in the top 3 or 4 on the most wanted list of players that tournament directors want.
Yes. But you've got to get him in as a package.
Yep, that's true.
And if one plays singles and the other doesn't, then you've got a problem. The serve here, down the tee from Kokkinakis, 30-15, 4-3 second set. As we wait now for the discussion on the second serve. Big off forehand from Ebden. Up the line goes Kier. Kokkinakis going to miss the lob. As Ebden sends that one high into the night sky and into the crowd. I don't think that was caught. Must have been from England, that particular patron tonight. They didn't catch many during the recent Ashes. It's 30 all. Still just want to keep themselves in front. Just checking if there's any more messages from around the world from the tennis community for Ash Barty. Not yet. As the serve coming in from Kokkinakis out wide, misses. Serving to Purcell in the juice court. 30 all, 4-3. They've got a break in the second set. Kokkinakis and Kyrgios on air from 3 o'clock tomorrow. 3 o'clock on our radio for the women's doubles final. And now onto the forehand of Purcell straight at Kyrgios, who hits one volley, now hits the next coming forward. Purcell trying to guide the ball up the line. He cannot. Good reflexes from Kyrgios, and now he's firing up the crowd. It hasn't been his usual sort of histrionics, if you like.
No, this is serious stuff.
It's 40-30, game point.
Oh, look, the crowd's enjoying his performance, no doubt.
Yeah.
But and he can excite them without too much of the histrionics.
Exactly. And it works well. It's a great atmosphere. Really is. Except when they call out when the players are about to serve. And the chat's still going on in the crowd. They're going to reset the tactics. The clock's been turned off, and understandably so. Just a little bit of exuberance from the crowd. And now we can set up for Kokkinakis to deliver this ball. Down the tee is missing. Kyrgios goes and has an inquisitive look. Shakes his head, says, yeah, it probably was. Purcell walking to the net just brushed it as if it was a clay court. Brushed the mark. Game point, second serve. It's Kokkinakis to Ebden, who double faults. That is the first double fault of the match for either pair.
That's amazing, isn't it? The speed they're hitting these serves. A little bit of tension there because holding this game consolidates the break, and they'll be able to serve for the match their next service game. So that little bit of added pressure, you can't help but The coaches, everything saying, don't worry about the score, just play the ball. But it's not that easy. You know that if you win that point, you're up 5-3.
Serve here from Kokkinakis takes the nets. And we'll do it again. 1 hour and 20 on the Rolex. Just a couple of good serves from Kokkinakis, then he can relax again. I think that's the key here. Big discussion from the serving team on this redo on the first serve. And this serve will go out wide again. Just missing.
Just can't get his first serve in to finish off the game here, the last 3 or so.
Second serve. Into the backhand of Purcell. Up the line again. Kokkinakis. He gets it done. A huge roar. He liked that one. He's been drilling them up the line tonight.
Matty Ebden just can't believe the number of times he's been passed. Now, he hasn't gone to cross Ebden. He's holding his position there. Maybe he was a bit too much towards the middle. But still, it just took an unbelievable shot to get past him. But it's happened too often, though. You've got
to take one step across, and even if you're right near the tram lines, on the side of the service line,
stop Kokkinakis from doing it.
The serve here, Kokkinakis backhand from Ebden, sharp from Kokkinakis up middle of the court. Good cross from Kyrgios, but nice pick up from Purcell. Coming up to the net is Kokkinakis. He's fallen over, but it doesn't matter because the backhand has gone into the backhand volley's gone into the net from Ebden. He's okay, Kokkinakis, I think.
I think he's just probably a bit of skin off his knee or side of his knee, I think.
Yeah, I think he's going to the towel. He is, yep, just a little bit on the knees. He slips. I think he'll be okay.
He'll only have to wait 5 minutes and he'll be able to...
he'll be dousing it with champagne. Yeah, he just slips. Yeah, backhand volley going into the net from Ebden again. Just the look of despair on his face. Meanwhile, Dr. Kyrgios rolled in to pick up Kokkinakis. He's smiling, so it's all good. Now, is there a bit of blood there?
Yeah, they have to...
just getting it checked by Damien Dumassois. Says, "No, I think you're all right, mate. You can keep going." Probably I've included the word mate in there, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Well, a good hole. It was pretty tight there, but he has consolidated.
The serve here, again, the crowd calling out. Purcell trying to save the match, and a good drop volley from Ebden. And again, Purcell goes to the umpire and says, "Come on, what can we do here?" There's not much that Damien Dumassois can do. As he looks into the crowd behind the umpire's chair at what was said there, I think it might be time for a few folks just to...
they're going to eject somebody, I think, Pete.
And fair enough, too, I think. It's just getting to that point of the night where you can have fun, but not too much.
Some of the crowd are pointing towards the exit, saying, get him out, get him out.
Let's have a quick listen to Purcell here if we can. And Purcell's...
I think everybody's enjoying the match, so please, 1 or 2 spectators are totally ruining the game by screaming just player serving. So please, once again, stop.
So now Ebden's getting involved and saying what's going on here. We've got the point. The point is won by Ebden and Purcell. I think they were trying to secure the point, where I think Kokkinakis and Kyrgios were arguing for a replay. As again now the fans are being moved on.
They're all pointing to the perpetrator, saying get him out.
And that's what Kyrgios says. Interesting, the umpire's discussion there, Damien Dumassois, was with 3 out of the 4 players. The only one not getting involved was Kyrgios. He was at the back of the court. So a bit of a delay here while we wait, and it's not the first time that the spectators...
Security is now just coming, I think, Pete. They're a little bit slow to get here, but now they're coming.
Yeah, and
they're pointing out the individual.
They are. Goodness me.
And he's going to be removed.
I suspect that there are... Yep, they're coming over. There's a few of them are being told not to call out. Discussion going on. Unfortunately, you've got about 15,000 fingers pointing at you. So we've got a delay here. It's 7-5-5-3. It's love 15 love. And the spectators will all come out. And this is the thing about, look, You know, a couple just take you too far. It's been a good atmosphere tonight as they walk out of the stadium, or led out of the stadium, and we can get things back on track.
Well, not what Kyrgios and Kokkinakis wanted. They didn't want any distraction at all. They got the match in their back pocket. And
Thank you.
there's about a 5-minute delay here. It's not what they wanted.
As we wait for the serve to come in from Purcell, we can start again, finally. The serve. Out wide. Trying to come forward again, Purcell, for the serve and volley. We wait for this second serve to come in. 15 love. The serve into the net to double faults. Well, we'll see how both teams react to the delay. I will say this, though, for next year. We've seen certain scenes, not just here, but on Kia Arena and John Cain Arena, where someone's playing. There's a line that's being established here. You just need to know where that line is, because they're all over the place at the moment. As we see, bad volley from Evan. He had to stretch for that one. It was tough. He put it into the net. It's 15-30. They're 2 points from the championship, Kokkinakis and Kyrgios. Let's focus on that now, because an hour and 26 minutes in, it's a huge moment in this match. And Kyrgios just keeping things very calm. Very interesting to see. I'll tell you, if they win, look out. The celebrations will be epic. Look out, Melbourne. As again, Purcell is put off. And as we wait now for the serve to come into the forehand of Kokkinakis, it's missed the return out wide in the ad court. It's 30 all. Still 2 points from the championship here, Kokkinakis and Kyrgios. Well, just to finish off that point, it's a rowdy crowd, and things like this are going to happen.
Yep.
It's just that it's an all-Aussie final at the moment. And this is where it's problematic. Whereas earlier on in the tournament for Kyrgios and Kokkinakis, it wasn't, because it wasn't an Australian pair down the other end of the court. The serve here, the backhand of Kyrgios, a little drop volley from Ebden getting there. Kokkinakis, he can't put it away. He couldn't do anything. That's a hell of a drop volley from Ebden. It's 40-30. They're hanging in.
Yeah, and I think it caught the net as well, so I think he had a bit of luck there.
We'll get to Kate, because there's emails from all over the world coming in. This next sit-down. The serve coming in. Out wide, Purcell misses. Kate hosting the Twilight Show, 6:45 tomorrow evening local time here in Melbourne. Been fantastic this tournament. The serve here onto the backhand. Sharp one from Kokkinakis. Now he's going to play forehand at Purcell. The forehand volley goes into the net. We may not get to these emails because we're at juice. We will at the end.
In the ability of Kokkinakis to consistently return the ball hard and low, and it just keeps the pressure on the volleyer. He has to volley up. And if he doesn't quite get down enough, he nets it. Kyrgios camp are on their feet.
Kyrgios and Kokkinakis camp. Yep, it's very full. They've had to extend the player area because obviously you've got double the entourage. Purcell serves out wide. Big point at the line from Kyrgios. He plays a forehand drop volley straight at Ebden. And now he plays a backhand drop volley. He's made that, hasn't he?
No,
he's missed it. He's missed it.
Gosh, he just wanted to be too spectacular.
It would have been, and it would have won the point. No problem.
He could have won the point. That would have given them match point. And Nick just overdid it.
Well, it's a hell of a forehand drive volley. He hit that in mid-air, straight at Ebden, who had the presence of mind just to block the ball. We're talking about drills before. Yeah. Have that drilled at you. Avantage.
No, he overdid it.
Serve here. Backhand from Kokkinakis. This should be a put away on the overhead for Ebden. No, played it at Kyrgios. It comes off the net, falls in. Purcell got there. Kokkinakis goes up the line. Oh, no, Ebden. He's missed it. Forehand volley. Wow.
What a save.
It was a huge save. An unbelievable save, and we're at juice. You can say that you played a match, all four players, tonight. This has been hard fought. It's been entertaining. It came off the top of the net, just dropped over. Purcell had the presence of mind. Did well to actually play that as a backhand. Kokkinakis, I should say, already running to the ball. Purcell serves into the nets. Second serve. And the serve here. Coming in, taking it early on the backhand volley here from Ebden. Oh, he had one straight from Kokkinakis, now one from Kyrgios. He just put up from Purcell. This is going to be put away by Kokkinakis. Slaps a forehand away for a winner. And we have championship point for Kokkinakis and Kyrgios.
Well, it's been really the dominant ground strokes that are going to win in the match if they win this point or go on to win the match. The others are the better volleyers, but just too heavy off the ground, Kyrgios and Kokkinakis. Their big first serve and then these heavy ground strokes have just been too much.
Championship points. As Purcell serves, Kokkinakis, he doesn't get a handle on that one. It goes to their chairs, and we're a deuce. One saved. Good serving from Purcell under pressure. They're all feeling it. Everyone's feeling it. The serve here put up by Kyrgios. Now he goes up the line, backhand volley. Moved up the line from Kokkinakis. Well done, Purcell. Well done, Ebden with the backhand volley, and goes long. Kokkinakis. No, Kyrgios does with the forehand up the line. And we have advantage.
Well, again, under siege at the net, and that time holding firm with their volleys, but nearly every point they've got to come up with something special at the net.
As we wait now for the serve, backhand from Kokkinakis at the net is Ebden. Plays the backhand volley now, high backhand volley. He just got there. Kokkinakis couldn't get it. He couldn't hit it because it hit the player chair.
Yeah.
That's how well that was struck with the angle. Championship point saved. It's 5-4 as Purcell. What's he calling for here? We'll just pause for a moment. Running repairs for Kokkinakis. No, they went out just to check, and he said, no, I'm all right. Don't worry about it. We'll try and wrap it up. What's going on down the other end? While we're waiting for that, Kate, we may not have too many more opportunities. Come in, please.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll take my opportunity. I've got Peter from Adelaide says, I just want to say thank you for your great commentary across the 2022 Australian Open. On a really positive note, what a great game from Ash Barty. I really admire her showing such great resilience and perseverance.
Great.
We've got one from the Jones family. The Jones family in Tokyo. We're really enjoying the commentary from Tokyo. Thanks very much. And we also have one from Dom. Hi from London. Kyrgios and Kokkinakis will get 2,000 points for winning a slam. Is that right? And if
doubles?
so,
yeah,
that would put them in the top 50. So no need for wild cards. And just a congrats to Ash.
That's true, yes, but it's the focus is we're just seeing Max Purcell. There's what's he taking here? Just checking. What's he doing? Oh, yeah, taking a little tablet, something, just to make him feel a little better. He's back out, no problems. We'll try and get you that the ranking there. But yes, they can get into doubles together. That's fine, but their singles rankings are down at the moment too.
Well, Kyrgios he's just got to play more to get his singles ranking up. I mean, Kokkinakis is certainly going to play more. And after winning Adelaide, form he showed there, he will improve and get points too.
Let's go as we see the first point. Kyrgios serving for it. Kokkinakis putting it away. It's 15-love. Just trying to get their rankings. Purcell will go up to 31. Ebden 24. Just looking down to see whether I can. Kyrgios will be 69 at the moment. Kokkinakis at 78. They will go up. Serve here out wide. Nice from Kyrgios. Well, let's focus in on this because they're 2 points again from the championship. Kokkinakis and Kyrgios. Good two serves here. 2 points from Kyrgios. Now he's serving to Purcell. And the serve. An ace again! Racing to more championship points.
Well, he's really something, isn't he, Nick Kyrgios?
The enigma that is Nick Kyrgios. Chance at his first slam title in the doubles. 3 more championship points. Kyrgios to Ebden. The serve, backhand, put away by Kokkinakis! The chest bump! The embrace! The unbelievability of the whole thing! It might have been a bit of fun to start, but it's turned into a major title at the end. Nick Kyrgios, Kokkinakis, Australian Open doubles champions for 2022. 7-5, 6-4 over Ebden and Purcell. 1 hour and 35 minutes. Oh, they can believe it. What a performance. A roar from both players to their entourage. They can't believe it. Well, you better believe it, boys. You won a major title. Well done.
Well, standing ovation, as you would expect from the crowd. I mean, this is what they wanted. They've wanted it all championship once these two got together. And all of a sudden, when they started to beat the seeded players, and there was a real thought, hey, perhaps these guys, if they get serious, can go all the way. So the crowd has been behind them in every match. A much more respectful crowd today. They're real tennis people. And I think also some people who've come along to see, of course, Ash Barty. But Kyrgios and Kokkinakis has brought, and they deserve this crowd to stay and watch them, which they have. And they've done a lot to help the success of the Australian Open this year. There's no doubt about that. And they've gone from having heaps of fun and not sure how many rounds they're winning to having heaps of fun and winning the whole shooting match. And
amazing.
Fantastic, really.
It really is. They're still stranded in the middle of the court. Their rackets are still stranded in the middle of the court. They better get them out the way because
it could get...
the trophy presentation's going to start off shortly, and they go and get their rackets now, pick them up, because they're about to be crushed by a plinth and a cup. Anyway, the chest bump, amazing. The presentation won't take too long to get underway here, but what a performance. What a performance from Ebden and Purcell. They had a great tournament as well.
They beat a couple of the top-seeded pairs to get through as well. They're specialist doubles players in their own right, but they've come up against two top singles players.
Yeah.
And when the rankings show and the results show that Kyrgios and Kokkinakis are actually better tennis players. That's just the way it is. And they're concentrating on their doubles, and they've done particularly well, and they will continue to do so this year. It just shows you the better players and the more talent it came through there with their games are slightly bigger, and they combined well, both big serves, but the ground strokes, the returning was just phenomenal from and his forehand from Kokkinakis.
First time in 25 years we've had an all Aussie pairing win the men's doubles here at the Australian Open. The Woodies the last to do it. While we're waiting for the presentation, won't be too far away. Kate, what have you got for us email-wise?
Pete, I've been wanting to read this email for a couple of minutes. Hi there, AO Radio team, listening through Vision Australia Radio in Darwin,
lovely.
Where it's a steamy 26 degrees and it's raining as well. Fantastic call for Ash's match and, of course, the Special Ks. Enjoying all of your work over the past 2 weeks, and we'll miss my nights listening to great tennis after tomorrow night. And that's from Catherine from the Northern Territory.
I think Purcell and Ebden, Pete, will be a little disappointed because they have played great tennis, and they went in tonight knowing that there was this big crowd. They weren't against them, but they were certainly behind Kyrgios and Kokkinakis. They played well. They didn't really play poorly at all to lose in straight sets. It was just some spectacular tennis from the Special Ks that took the match away from them. They would have beaten a lot of other pairs today in this final.
Absolutely. Hello to everyone listening on Vision Australia Radio, also ESPN Radio, Sirius XM. I'm just seeing who's going to be presenting the trophies.
Oh, I can see Mark Woodford.
Yeah, who else can you see
Woodbridge,
there?
Who, as you mentioned, were the last Aussie pair to beat another Aussie pair in the final. And they're down courtside. Todd usually does Master of Ceremony stuff for the singles.
He's a bit busy. I don't think he can hand out the trophy. We can't do it all, let's be honest. He can. Anyway, 7-5, 6-4. The final score here earlier tonight. Ash Barty, a straight sets winner over Danielle Collins. We got the women's doubles final tomorrow afternoon. We'll be on air from 3 o'clock, so no pre-show because Angus has got to get ready. He's going to do a lot of filling in the afternoon. We'll have the best of and all that sort of stuff for you as well. And then Twilight Show with Kate from 6:45 Melbourne time. And then we'll also have the men's singles final. It'll be Nadal and Medvedev. That should be an exciting one. The build-up to that will start after this presentation for the men's doubles. The players are lining up. The Woodies are lining up.
Yep.
They're all getting into position here, and we'll get this presentation underway very, very soon. The trophies are here. Everyone is in readiness, and now we can get underway, and we'll wait for our Master of Ceremonies is James Sherry this evening. He's done a great job with the court announcing in the evenings. Waiting for his cue. Let's go.
Well, Minjika, firstly, let's congratulate these four players for giving us a very entertaining 2022 men's doubles final tonight. An all-Australian affair here at Rod Laver Arena, and a great display of skills. We're also joined tonight by the chair of Tennis Australia, Jane Hardlicker, our tournament director, Craig Tiley, and a match referee, Wayne McEwen. And we welcome tennis doubles legends, winners of 11 Grand Slam doubles titles and celebrating 30 years since their win here at the Australian Open, Mark Woodford and Todd Woodbridge, the Woodies. I'd now like to invite Jane Hardlicker to present the chair umpire of the men's doubles final, Damien Dumassois of France, with a special gift. Well done, Damien. Thank you very much, Jane. I'd now like to ask Mark and Todd to present the trophies to our finalists, who will then say a few words. Please give them a round of applause as they come forward. Congratulations to Max Purcell and Matthew Ebden.
As they take the applause, and Todd takes one, Mark takes the other, and they shake hands with both of them and in their plates. You want to say something?
Thank you. Firstly, I have to congratulate our opponents, Nick and Thanas. They played too good today, so well done. Thanks to my partner Max. We had a great couple of weeks. Tough matches along the way. We got through a lot of good pairs, and another tough one tonight. Didn't think we did all that too much wrong, but you know, those guys were really, really good. So yeah, really impressed. Really, really good match. Well done. And thank you to my team. Thank you to everybody. Craig Tiley, Australian Open, Tennis Australia. My wife Kim back home is pregnant with our first baby due in a couple of weeks. Love you, Kimmy, and I'll be home tomorrow. And thanks everybody. Thanks. I'll give you Max. Same kind of stuff as Matty. Well done today, guys. You guys were far too good. And yeah, hopefully to see you guys team up on the doubles court later this year, because it's hell fun to watch you guys play. Thanks, to Matty as well for teaming up with me. It's our second tournament together, and we, got a trophy, so everything's going great, and I can't wait to team up with him again. Thanks, Craig, everyone behind the scenes. The Australian Open is the best tournament of the year, and I can't wait to come back every year and keep playing, so thank you. And as much of you guys are probably always watching Nick and Thanasi along the way, thank you again for turning out tonight. It's the biggest crowd I've ever played in front of, and I hope to play in front of you guys again.
Nicely said from Max Purcell as they brought back. They give themselves a handshake.
Congratulations.
Job well
to
done
our
to make the final.
So now if Mark and Todd would like to come forward and present the trophy to the 2022 Australian Open men's doubles champions, Kyrgios Kokkinakis and Nick Kyrgios.
They walk up and they shake hands and shake hands. It's a bit awkward with two handing to two, but it works. And off they go. They hold it aloft. Broad smiles from both of them. And now they hold it up higher. So he's all in a day's work sort of look there from Nick Kyrgios. They've done a good job through the tournaments. They're going to step to the microphone. It will be who? Tanasi, I think, talking first.
Wow. What a week. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Max and Matt. Hell of opponents, great doubles pairing, great guys. So, it was a super tough match, but great week all round. secondly, Nick, I love you, brother. This is, man, I can honestly say we did not expect to even come close to this, but with the help of you guys all week, it had been unbelievable. The coverage it got and the support for us, we couldn't ask for anything more.
They're deciding who's going to speak.
Thanks to my
team.
It's been a rough couple of years for me personally, the last few years, but what a month we've had. I couldn't ask for anything more. Coming into Aussie Open, I was already happy, and this is a crazy cherry on top. So thanks for all the work. Thank you. I'm going to shut up soon, but thank you, Craig, everyone that made this tournament possible. As Max said, best tournament of the year. The atmosphere, the crowd, for Aussies, but everyone in the world. You guys set such a high standard, and I love coming back, so thank you.
Well, you've matured. It's good to see.
As Kyrgios steps to the microphone.
Yeah, I don't want to repeat too much of what Thanasi said. Honestly, this week has been a dream come true for me. I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else. Max has been to the finals twice, I believe, so he's a hell of a doubles player, and Matty's had a hell of a career. So, I'm just super happy. I don't even know how we're doing this or what's going on right now, to be brutally honest. But just everyone involved. Craig, I don't want to repeat myself. Everyone that came, I know it's been a tough couple of years. I battled COVID a week out of the Oz Open, and my team, I wouldn't have been here without you guys and my beautiful girlfriend. She looked after me as well. I know that this big boy is going to be out tonight, so ladies, let's go. I've got to stop now. I've crossed the line. Okay.
The 2022 Australian Open men's...
Well, it's unpredictable as the doubles has been. The speech may as well be as well.
And Nick Kyrgios.
As they receive the cheers from the crowd. And they're going to take some photos and all of the usual stuff there to wind up. Well, it's been an entertaining contest, hasn't it, Rolling? It's been an entertaining night if you're Australian, because earlier tonight it was a win for Ash Barty. What a great performance from her. 6-3, 7-6 over Danielle Collins, and then Kokkinakis and Kyrgios 7-5, 6-4 over Ebden and Purcell.
Oh, just a great night for Australian tennis. I didn't think we'd see a night like this where we'd have such a humble and terrific champion as Ash, and then for Kyrgios and Kokkinakis to come out and play such spectacular tennis and almost reinvent the game of doubles, but create a lot more enthusiasm amongst the crowd to watch it. And they'll come and watch if they can see spectacular tennis like this. So it'll encourage other players, I think, and all of our juniors who are playing tennis around the clubs in Australia and around the world to get out onto the courts and play doubles and singles if you can. And who knows, one day you might be able to be like these guys we've just seen and Ash Barty.
I'll say this, Rolling, though, from a local's perspective, because as you know, I work at the local levels here.
Yep.
And talk about, obviously, Barty and reflecting off the success and getting people to play, but it's up to clubs to get on board and harness this now and actually get out there and promote the sport as well. It's not just the governing body that should be doing the work, it's all the clubs that should be getting out and saying, hey, we've got a champion up here, this is a great sport, you should be a part of it.
Yeah, well spoken as president of one of our local tennis clubs.
Exactly. So that's where I'm coming from with that, but it is important, it's a shared responsibility. Anyway, we've got that out of the way. The photos continuing, Kokkinakis and Kyrgios. I tell you what, jostling for newspaper space. There's going to be a lot of tennis in the newspapers locally across the next day or so. Kate, we may go to you for a couple of emails. We've got about 5 minutes before we wrap up this evening, and we can start looking ahead to the men's singles final and also the ladies doubles final tomorrow.
Well, Pete, before we get to Connie and Harry, let's go back to Don, because Don wanted to know about whether or not this win puts Kyrgios and Kokkinakis into the top 50 in terms of ranking in the doubles.
We'll find out. Stand by.
And, of course, that will allow them to get direct entry into the slams going forward.
Yes, it will.
They could actually... Sorry, Kate.
No, you go.
They could actually qualify for the ATP finals at the end of the year. They might need to play a couple more tournaments to get them in, but...
Well, that would be something, but they're off to a good start with the points. I've got a message here from Connie. Has enjoyed the coverage over the past 2 weeks. AO radio in my ear while watching Eurosport on mute. Hooray for Ash. Go KK, and that's not me, obviously. And go Rafa for tomorrow night.
Now, I'll tell you, Kyrgios is at 40 after that win. And Kokkinakis is at 46 in the doubles rankings. And yes, Chris Bowes has gotten in the ears and quite rightly said they do hold a wild card or a spot over in the final ATP finals for a pair that's won a Grand Slam but doesn't automatically qualify. So as long as no other pairings who don't automatically qualify are in, they could be playing in Turin at the end of the year. It's their prize, which would be interesting. They can certainly draw a crowd. Anyway, back to you, Kate, quickly.
And this one is from Harry from Kuta in Bali. Congrats, Ash. You're a truly humble champ. Have Nick and Tanasi played doubles in any other Grand Slams before?
Yes, they have. They played here as far back as 2013, but obviously not with the same deal of success. They played here a couple of times together.
Yep, and they won Wimbledon junior doubles together when they were 17 or 16, 17, around there. So who'd think that Wimbledon junior champion doubles would come out this 2022 and win a Grand Slam?
When you had a Wimbledon junior girls singles winner also come out and win the Australian Open tonight as well.
Yes.
Nice little bit of synergy with that. Hey, Kate, thank you. You've been wonderful tonight. You've been the marathon woman, as you are anyway. We'll do it all again tomorrow, yes?
It's been a pleasure. Yes, tomorrow night. Can't wait.
6:45 p.m. Kate will be on the air with the Twilight Show. It'll be magnificent. Can't wait for that one. We'll also have plenty of other stuff for you tomorrow as well. We've got the women's doubles final first up. Danilina and Haddad Meyer, the unseeded pairing from Kazakhstan and Brazil, take on the top seeds, Krejcikova and Siniakova. The top seeds in the women's doubles draw. We'll be on air at 3 o'clock Melbourne time. 3 o'clock Melbourne time. And then plenty of the best of AO Radio as we get into wrap-up mode. Then we've got Rafael Nadal and Daniel Medvedev after the Twilight Show. Twilight Show 6:45, not before 7:30, the men's singles final. Quick prediction on the men's singles final rolling before we finish.
Medvedev.
Medvedev in how many?
4 sets.
All right. I'm going to go Nadal in 4 as well.
You've changed.
I have changed.
Yeah.
I know. I'll probably change back tomorrow as well and change my opinion.
Look, I think it'll be sensational. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a big day, and we look forward to it. It's been another big day here on AO Radio. Ash Barty, the women's singles champion, Tanasi Kokkinakis and Nick Kyrgios, the men's doubles champions. We've got 2 more trophies to hand out. They will be tomorrow, the women's doubles final. We'll be on air from 3 o'clock Melbourne time, and a little bit later on after the Twilight Show, it'll be Rafael Nadal and Daniel Medvedev contesting the men's singles final. Plenty still to come, our final day. Make sure you join us wherever you are around the world. But for now, from Melbourne Park, it's goodbye.